I will be surviving for 100 days as a battle mage in Superior RPG. Superior is a pack that introduces a wide range of new features, like mobs that can cast spells, custom boss fights with special mechanics, a skill tree so advanced that you won't believe your eyes, as you can even invert gravity. Yeah! The pack also features many majestic biomes that really spice up your world. This only touches the tip of the iceberg that this pack is. So, with that in mind, I set myself 3 main goals. I want to kill as many bosses in the pack, and trust me, there is a lot of them. Obtain the most powerful spells, and yeah, it's gonna get quite crazy. Last but not least, I do not want to die. With that being said, we put the difficulty to hardcore, so enjoy watching me try to stay alive for 100 days in Superior RPG. Alright, welcome everybody to Superior RPG, and I've got a little bit of a zombie problem here before we can actually get started in the pack. Oh my god, that's a mutant enderman. That is a mutant enderman. Oh my god. Let's get away from all of this craziness for a second. So this time around, we're not going in as a rogue. We're not going in as a Valkyrie. We're going in as a battle mage, meaning we have access to magic from the start. Oh yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Now, the first thing that we gotta do is we got a couple of quests to claim because there's some different mechanics in this mod pack. I will also go ahead and equip some of this equipment that we got. And we start off with a structure compass, by the way. How sick is this? So, with a structure compass in hand, with my Greybeard staff equipped, we can then go ahead and claim some of these quests, which of course give us a skill point and teaches us about the lesser health elixir and the mana elixir. Now, these are 2 items that are going to be pretty good for us as they will keep us alive. Then we learn about gameplay modifiers, which I will show you just in a second, and we learn about the skill trees. Now, the gameplay modifiers is a very interesting mechanic. Oh my god. I just read the gameplay modifier and this is absolutely bonkers. Mining too much will summon a cave dweller nearby. We're definitely not going to activate that gameplay modifier. And instead, we're going to go ahead and go into the skill tree, which we are going to be focusing our skills on the warpath tree, meaning we get an 8% chance to not consume mana when casting spells. We're also going to unlock our first pet from the Beastmaster skill tree, which will then allow us to claim the quest, get an additional skill point really quickly, and we get a Beastmaster totem for that, which means that we can now shift right click and select our pet, and we can summon a Subterranodon. Look at this bad boy. Now the cool thing about this Subterranodon is this thing can fly, which is pretty wicked, meaning that we can already start exploring some different lands. There's 2 structures that I want to look for. Firstly, the first one is going to be a Pyromancer's tower, which we have 4,000 blocks away. That's a little bit far. The other structure we can look for is a Cryomancer tower. Oh, maybe it's called a mountain tower. We have one 1,400 blocks away, which is not super far. Look at that. Oh, we also have an ice arena up on the top. But this Cryomancer tower is going to be pretty good because we can force this guy outside of his base and completely loot it up. Like, this is pretty much free low right here. Now, the reason I want to raid these Iron Spells dungeons first is because they give us spells and items that we need in order to craft new spells. We also get a breach and an insight. That's kind of cool. And an inscription table. That's what we need in order to put spells in a spell book, which is going to be pretty good. I also wanted to get a bed so I can actually sleep the night away. Nights are dangerous. Super, super dangerous. Now, the way that we do this is we open the hatch to the basement and we summon an earthquake. And as you heard, this guy teleports outside of his little, what do you call it? Basement. So now this is all free loot. We get some divine pearls. We get a shriving stone. Very, very nice. There's a Ray of Frost here, which is a pretty strong epic spell, and a legendary sacrifice scroll. What does sacrifice do? Target one of your magic summons to cause them to explode, killing them instantly, and dealing large damage in the area around them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Summon Polar Bear, legendary spell, and a Frost Wave. Okay, we got some really, really good spells in this one. The Polar Bear is going to be really good because he has 52 HP and 11 damage. Then we also have that Ray of Frost, which is quite strong. Okay, there's one more area down here. We get a Cone of Cold and a Ray of Frost. I'm not going to take the Cone of Cold. These items are not that good, but I will be taking all of these guys as hay bales, because that is now going to be my early game food supply. Oh yeah. Any sort of building we can set a base in. I'm kind of leaning more towards like a giant tree or something. That sounds pretty cool. Was hoping to find something interesting more along the lines. Oh wait, actually, talking about something interesting, that's pretty interesting. You might be wondering, why are you interested in this specific ship? Well, to put it simply, this one, it's got a bunch of enchanted books because it has like a library thing going on. And look at that already, Fortune 1. And we're just going to be getting all of these enchanted books out of here. Holding 3, increase the capacity of certain items. Wrath, capacity. I'm looking for like protections. I'm looking for like sharpness. Sharpness is also pretty good. Leech. When a mob is killed. Oh, here we go. Lifesteal, that's better. Phalanx 2, protection 2. There we go. See if I can store away some of these items. I definitely can. And there's one more area downstairs that also has a bunch of enchanted books. So, frost protection. Okay. I'll take it. Quick draw, lifesteal 1. So we have a lifesteal 2 that we could use. Divinity 3. I'm not sure what Divinity does. Swift-footed. Feather falling 3. Very, very nice. 2 more chests, I believe. That's some food. Get a cracked solar gem. Should be one more chest in here. Not a lot going on. All right. You may not rest now. There's monsters nearby. Really? All right. So the tree base idea is good. Although it is dangerous. If we ever fall off, we're kind of dead. So maybe I'd like to get a place that has a lower tree, where the trees are a little bit lower to the ground. Ooh, these trees are kind of dope. These trees are kind of dope. Yeah, dude, this looks cool. This looks really cool. All right, I'm setting a base here. This is going to be the base. I'm calling it now. Do we have enough of these levels to imbue our holy necklace with a spell? Do we actually have enough levels for that? We have 19 levels. Is that enough? It is enough. It is enough. Spell imbued. What do we get? Blessing of Life 4. Okay. So what does that do? Spell requires a target. Wait. No way. Oh, I can heal my pets. Oh, interesting. I can heal my pets. I can't heal myself with it, but I can heal my pets. Now we gotta find some iron. What spawned in my base? Is that a mutant enderman? I hope it's not. That is crazy. I just saw an enderman face spawn in the base. I have no idea what that is. That'd probably work. Oh, sweet. Trees get chopped in one fell swoop. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And I'm pissing my pants about that mutant enderman. I can't lie. I'm actually pissing my pants about that guy. I get a feeling he's gonna like sneak up on me and just like teleport and just banish me to the Shadow Realm. Ooh, we got some mobs here. Hold on. Little bit of magic battle here. Impact damage. Magic arrow. 40 mana to cast this magic bolt. I mean, it's good enough. We're getting out of here. We are getting out of here. Please tell me the mutant enderman is gone. Please tell me he's gone. He's not gone, though. He is not gone, bro. This dude is crazy. I'm so scared about this guy. Whoa, I can't make chests out of this wood. Okay, that's trouble. That is trouble. All right, what if we just travel really far away tomorrow so the enderman can despawn? Would that work? I kind of hope that would work. Ooh, there's monsters nearby. We cannot sleep. Oh. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I will sleep over here then. Tonight, this is my base. Alright, alright. Let me go ahead and set my spawn point so I can teleport back to my base whenever I need to. And then we need to get some jungle logs so I can actually make some chests in the base and we can store away some of this stuff. Ooh, this tree's too big. Max size 200. I guess that worked. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We do have a little bit of money, so I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to buy a copper ore. Hopefully, we get more than 1 copper from this. We get 3. Bingo. We do not have any string. Can we make string somehow? Please tell me we can. From wool? From flax? Can we buy string? No, we cannot buy string anyhow. This looks more like a house of some sorts. I'm wondering if this is hostile or ally. Sweet. Oh my god, killer. Is that a killer whale? What was that? Some craziness. Oh my god, that was close. That was very close. Holy. Did I at least get the anvil? I didn't. Oh, dude, I think that was the sea serpent that almost killed me. All right, let me first teleport home. First things first, do that. There we go. Sweet. All right, light this place up. That is trouble. Get out of here, buddy. Dang, getting ambushed in my own base. Okay, let's make some armor first. Good stuff. Full iron armor. Feeling a little bit better. Let me get an iron sword. Here we go, piece of string. Then we can go ahead and make the flimsy journal. The starter choice for spellcasting. Oh yeah. We just need our inscription table and our spells that we're going to imbue. So Cone of Cold. Summon Polar Bear. Ray of Frost. I think that's going to be it. I think those are the 3 spells that I want, right? Yep, that's it. Cone of Cold. Summon Polar Bear. And Ray of Frost. So now we can also equip this book into our book slot. Now we have access to all of these spells, right? So Ray of Frost. Oh, that's what Ray of Frost does. It's like a laser beam. Cone of Cold. Ah. Oh, nice. Summon Polar Bear is 120 mana, though. That is expensive. It's a pretty strong mob, though, but it's expensive. Okay, now the reason I wanted to get the seeds is because we can sell seeds for collection, which means that I have 1,000 money right now. Now, why is 1,000 money pretty dang good? Is because we have a magic items tab where we can buy a bunch of stuff. Most importantly, I'm looking for these ice runes. I can buy 4 ice runes. Now, why are these ice runes good? Because we can make a couple of different armor sets with this. We can make a Cryomancer's coat. We can make the Cryomancer hood, leggings, and boots. So that's a full set of Cryomancer stuff, right? Which gives me 10% ice spell power and 5% spell power. It also has more armor than iron, I believe. Yeah, it has more armor than iron. So it's stronger than iron. And it also gives me a bunch of extra mana. So that is definitely going to be what I want to go towards, which means that we need to run a bunch of magical dungeons because we're going to need a whole lot of this arcane essence. Now, I'm pretty sure we can find some magical items, mostly arcane essence, I'm pretty sure we can find that in the ships over here. And I really want to put this polar bear to use. What in the world is that? Don't tell me that's the Leviathan's base. It might actually be the Leviathan's base. I think it is. Oh, my polar bear fell down there. Okay, got it. Oh, Ray of Frost does a lot of damage. Okay. That's going pretty well. Oh, I missed it. I'm an idiot. Ooh. This guy dropped some goodies. I think it's only that one dude left, right? I don't want to just randomly get clapped here, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of loot to be gotten here. Oh. Woo! I knew they were lying and waiting for me to go. What do we got in these barrels? What do we got? Elastic Hand. Some more Arcane Essence. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Look at it. See, these Ancient Tomes are going to be pretty useful, I believe. Later on down the line, they're going to be pretty useful. Some more Building Power. Some more Arcane Essence. Lure. Another one of these. Dude, that Ray of Frost is super satisfying to use. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Flawless Holy Gem. Dude, that's insane. That is insane. We also have a bunch of loot here. There's one more dude in here. Well, I don't think he's there anymore. Yep, that's good. That's good. That was good. That was good. Trying to collect all the different fishes as well, because we can sell these fish for a collection, I believe. Nice. Okay, big. That's money. That's money. Let's try to go look for wool, because we need a bunch of it. We might be able to get some wool in the lighthouse, although I doubt it. What do we got going on in the lighthouse? Some TNT, some gold, another lantern. Yoink. All right, I'm still on the quest to find wool. And I'm thinking we venture... Maybe that area has some wool. I did see a small house right over here, which might be worth it. That could potentially have some wool. Wool carpet. We're getting closer. Ah, you do have cobwebs though. Okay, not really any wool. The first dungeon that we should take on is the Evoker Tower, but I'm gonna be honest with you, we don't have the spell damage yet to kill one of those Archvokers, because he only needs to shoot down my pet once and we're kind of cooked. Because I take fall damage. So if he kills my pet and I fall down, we're dead. Just bad news. I would really love to find like a village. A village would be really good. I could probably look for a village. Nah, think about it. What am I doing? I have a structure compass. Ooh. When it takes that long to... Oh. My pet is doing a weird one. Alright, sweet. We're back in the game. We'll try to explore as far as we can. There's another lighthouse, but... Oh, that's where it ends. But right now, it doesn't look like we really have a place to sleep. That being said, I do see a village. We could use that. Alright, perfect. Now, do you guys have any wool in here? Gray wool, yep. Nice. Okay, that's 4. That's 4 wool. I think we go this way. Oh, there's another village right there. Skyrise Vale. Okay, yeah, we go northeast. Northeast it is. What kind of village is this, by the way? Looks different from regular villages. Oh, this is all made out of wool. This is all made out of wool. Oh my god. Boys, we got all the wool we need for a full armor set. This is epic. Okay, sweet. So we're gonna be rocking some full Cryomancer armor pretty soon. And I believe we're gonna have 19 to 20 armor with that. We also have some protection books, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna be able to actually get a pretty decent armor set going. And then we can worry about getting enchantments and setting up to fight our very first dungeon, which is gonna be the Archvoker. I think we're gonna be ready with a Cryomancer set. I think we're gonna be ready. We're definitely going to have to level this pet up quite a bit, right? Considering that this is gonna be our main mode of transport, I think this guy needs to get max level first. Especially so that this guy has the most amount of health that he can have, right? Because every level that we level him up, he gains a bit more health. We're gonna look into his skill points later on. I believe these pets can also cast spells, if I'm not mistaken. So it would probably be a pretty good idea to have my pet cast holy spells so that he can put like healing zones around me and stuff like that and give me like barrier and absorption. I think that's a pretty good idea. All right, check this out. Check this out. So the way that we do this is we make arcane cloth, right? Oh, Cryomancer hood. Okay, oh, that's drippy. Oh, that is drippy. Look at us, dude. Looking positively smashing right now. That is cool. That is actually really cool. Okay, considering we have that one, I do also want to put a protection on that. So I have a protection 3. We do have insight, though. That might be really worth it. Did I pick up an anvil somewhere? I guess I must have not. Okay. We could probably go back to the Cryomancer place. They got an anvil. Here we go. Damage the anvil. We'll take the block of amethyst with us. Why not? Boom. Cryomancer helmet. Get that prot 3. Get that insight 3. Okay, I'll show you guys the shop system now, and we'll do the collection stuff. So you might have seen me use the shop system before, but we have a whole bunch. We have a whole bunch of things we can get. One of them is the collection. So, for example, I don't think we've done pumpkin seeds before. Yeah, no, we haven't. So we can sell pumpkin seeds. And there's also a fishing collection, right? Yeah. We can probably... Oh, I can't sell a clownfish. I can sell one of these. I have one of these. Onion seeds. Here we go. The battle guild we have. Okay, that should put my balance up at 2,600. That is quite a lot, right? What would be a good way to spend this money? What would be a good way to spend this money? That is a good question. I'm not going to buy Arcane Essence. That's crazy. I think we're pretty much good. We could spend it on Legendary Ink. Legendary Ink could probably work. What about Affinity Gems? Ooh. Grants +2 levels to all holy spells. Dude, we gotta go for Exalted Ice Affinity Gem. Refunds 25% of the mana cost from ice spells. Summon beasts become exalted spellcasters. And grants +2 levels to all ice spells. That's insane. Let's check out some of the quests, because there's quite a bit of things that we... Oh, wait, we get an Affinity Gem. What? Ice Affinity Gem. Thank you kindly. We also get a glider. That's kind of cool. When we fall down while fighting the Archvoker, we could actually save our own skin. Oh. Oh, dude, it's getting interesting. We can buy a Totem of Undying for 750 even. You can even buy an Effigy of the Undying. Taking lethal damage will revive you and heal you to 25% health. Dude, absolutely we need one of those. Absolutely we need one of those. Yo. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. We should do some more quests. What is this? Learn about modification orbs. Orbs are powerful consumables that can modify your gear in various ways. They're used for adding affixes, spells, sockets, and etc. Adds a new affix to a piece of gear. Upgrades an empty skill totem to a lesser skill totem. Wait, where did I put the skill totem? I remember having that. Let's add an affix to... Oh, I kind of want to add an affix to my Cryomancer hood. No, I'm going to do it on the sword. What does that do? Oh, we get more reach. Killing a slowed or chilled enemy grants you charged for 8 seconds. Oh my god, we're going ice route. That is insane. And what does this do? Imbue equipment with a spell. Fire Breath 1. Wait. I got 2 spells. Another spells. Summon Desert Dwellers? Oh my god. And we can even do this? So we have 3 summons. We have 3 pits now. Oh. I don't know whether my pet is actually going to use ice spells. But that would be pretty dang sick if he does. All right, Archvoker time, baby. Okay, watch this, watch this. Boom. Oh, dude, I'm going crazy. I did want to check out my levels. Hold on. Check this out. We can give our Subterranodon 15 more health, 30% more stamina. That's pretty sick. Warpath. Charged. Gonna go for synergy. Upon attacking a monster with a spell, there's a 5% chance that monsters will cast that same spell at other nearby monsters. Whoa. Boom. Oh, that polar bear is so dead. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Woo! Got him, got him, got him. Ha ha ha! Ice breath for the win, baby. Ice breath for the win. Oh, dude, I don't like the sight of that, though. Boom. Oh, we're going crazy right now. Oh, we are going so crazy right now. Where did the Ravager go? Did we kill him? Wait, did this Wadjet kill the Ravager? That would be so crazy, but it definitely looks like that's the case. All right, we're good. We're good. Oh, bunch of arcane essence. Diamonds, emeralds, iron, ashen breath. Whoa. We get some ender pearls. We get a shriving stone. That's pretty good. And then there's some more loot at the very top. Let me go ahead and store all of that away. What do we get here? Some life bottles. I will take them, though. Ooh. Grants poison immunity. Another ashen breath. Another diamond. That means we have 3 diamonds now. We can make a diamond pickaxe. Very nice. Okay, skills. Skills, though. Jupiter's Gift. Below 25% gain resistance for 10 seconds. After effect ends, gain Thunderstorm for 1 second per hit taken. Jupiter's Gift. I think I'll just take it level 1. You and nearby allies gain an infinite echoing strikes of... What? Whoa. Whoa. That's insane. That is insane. Because that means that these guys are going to get hexed as well. Huh? Cryomancer shoes. Oh, yeah. Oh. That upgrades my damage by a lot. That actually does upgrade it by a lot. We got a couple more dungeons to raid before we're actually pretty strong. That being said, quests, though. Use your structure compass to easily locate the fort. Yep, we know about that. We killed the Archvoker, which teaches us about bonfires. No way. No way. What? Every boss drops a coiled sword upon first defeat. Craft a pile of ash and bone or buy one from the shop. Right click to place the coiled sword in the pile of ash. Oh my god, bro. Bonfire lit base. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? That did no damage. What's next then? Oh, we have the orbs that we learned about. True. Use the orb of socketing. Adds a gem socket to a piece of gear. Ooh. Nice! Upgrades a random affix on the piece of gear. Oh, adds a new affix to the piece of gear. I kind of do want to do that. What is that? Windswept. Mana? Ooh. Iron Forged. Adds another gem socket. Adds a gem socket. There we go. We're upgrading our gear, which is very, very good. And in the sense of upgrading gear, I needed to take on many more of these Archvoker towers. The reason being that we still needed a bunch more of that arcane essence. The inside of the dungeon was made very easy with my Ray of Frost and Earthquake combo, and I could take out most of the mobs by just earthquaking the whole building. This would mean that we will be getting a lot of materials very rapidly. Now, I have to admit the Polar Bear is MVP, and the Cone of Cold is also really good at taking care of crowd control when there's multiple enemies. Now, I still had to be careful, and especially careful when dealing with a Cryomancer. Now, this guy would drop the exact pieces of gear that I need, like the ice runes. So it was definitely going to be worth it if we could manage to take this guy down, but he was absolutely no joke. This was made very clear when I got up close and personal, and he almost killed me after he died. The only reason I was saved was with that effigy of Undying. That artifact saved this whole run, and it was going to become a legendary run, so I was really happy I spent some money on getting one of those effigies. That would definitely be a main thing that I buy throughout the whole pack, is those effigies. And I took to the skies once more to rain hell upon these Archvokers for their arcane essence, which netted me a good amount. Now, inside of the chest, there's also a bunch of arcane essence, so I really feel like these are one of the main dungeons you want to clear if you're going the iron spells route in the pack. Sometimes they do kamikaze bomb and just throw themselves off of the ridge, but you can just pick up their loot after they die from fall damage. And I returned back to base camp because I had gathered enough arcane essence to make my next piece of Cryomancer armor. And I also was able to get myself something called a scroll forge. Now, this is the crafting table for the spells where we can make ourselves spells. Like, we can actually choose which spells that we want to get. Now, with the chestplate of the Cryomancer equipped, we had even more damage, more mana, and we were looking pretty dang fly. That being said, I did quickly put a protection and an unbreaking on it. I also tried to put magic protection on the chestplate, but it seems like prot and magic prot don't stack, unfortunately. Would have been nice, but I understand that would be a little too powerful. I also had this leech book laying around, which I immediately put on my sword, which was going to help me sustain my health, meaning that I would have less of a chance of dying. In hardcore, that is definitely one of the biggest things that we gotta do. I also worked on getting a good diamond pickaxe, for which I also had a enchantment tome, bumping it up to efficiency 5. Now, I grabbed all of my inks, my legendary, my epic ink, some paper, and a bunch of items needed to craft myself some spells. And I was looking to pick up 2 to 3 spells, one of which was the Solar Flare spell, which continuously summons solar flares, damaging my enemies. Such a cool spell, I can't lie. And after that, I wanted to get another ice spell. The ice spell I settled for was the Despair, which has a summon count of 7 and makes me able to shoot 7 ice axes straight forward. Now, of course, you always have to pick up the OG Earth spell called Oakskin. This will give me a 40-second timer where I take 45% reduced damage. It's like a resistance 3 or 4, which is really, really strong. Now I ran into a small issue, meaning I didn't have enough slots in my spellbook to get all of my spells equipped. So for now, I ran with Oakskin and Despair, and let me tell you, this Despair spell is absolutely insane. The combined damage of all 7 axes is also like 150 damage that we can deal, which is good enough to kill like most early to early mid-game bosses. And I decided to test out all of my new spells in a dungeon called the Prison Quarters, or the Mine Cells. I'm not exactly sure which one it was called. This was a big dungeon where we had to find the way down into the lower floors. Now, this was a dungeon that I'm pretty familiar with, so I knew what I was up against, but I had to say that these spells were actually really putting in work. I could cycle through between my Cone of Cold, my Ray of Frost, and my Despair, and I could take on every floor of the dungeon, which meant that when one spell is on cooldown, I have another spell ready to go. This is essential for a battle mage so you can continuously cast your damaging spells. Now, I was also getting a good amount of XP, which meant that we were farming skill points like there was no tomorrow. And eventually, I reached the Cellcrafter, which was the new chapter in our quest book, and this is a special type of crafting table that allows you to make weapons from this mod. And some of these look pretty dang cool, I can't lie. Now, I wasn't sure if I would be able to take on the Promenade, so I was holding off on that for now. I kind of wanted to get my full Cryomancer set first before I was going to get into any boss fighting. And so I decided to return home, rather be safe than sorry. Back over at the base, I also had another book with some protection, which I put on my helmet to get prop 4. After that, I did my first summoning ritual, giving me a couple of skill tokens for the parkour mod, allowing me to grab onto ledges. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't really use the parkour mod, but I can't lie, the Subterranodon is just way too good. That being said, I did learn about basic boss modifiers and advanced boss modifiers, which is a way that you use the summoning altar to resummon bosses you have already fought. Now, this is a mechanic in the game that I did not realize was mega important. And it was also a little bit bugged when I did it, because when I put the boss effigy on the altar, instead of summoning boss, it just pooped out a little bit of summoning dust. This has been fixed, by the way, for everybody wondering. This is not a bug that is occurring now. The modpack dev is an absolute chat. He's a G, and he's been fixing a lot of the bugs that I've been running into. So by the time this video goes live, guys, this pack is probably going to be mostly bug-free and is going to be an amazing experience. Definitely go check it out. Back over at the base, I wanted to upgrade my backpack because a bigger backpack means we can go on longer journeys. So I straight bumped this guy to a diamond backpack, giving me a whole load of storage. After that, I checked out the quest book a little bit to kind of get a feel of where we should be going to, and I was going to focus on these two quest trees mainly. One of them being the Conjunctivius, this is still a difficult name to say, the Conjunctivius boss, which would lead us to the Undead King, which is the boss from Iron Spells that I'm very interested in because he drops a bunch of magic materials. Now, doing a little bit of research on the skill tree, I got a slight feeling that we were going to get extremely overpowered somewhere near the mid to end game of the pack, because some of these skills are absolutely insane, and you'll see what I mean later on. Now, the cool thing about this skill tree as well is that you can cross skill into different skill trees. So we're not bound to only our mage skill tree. We can pick up like skills that will give us haste, give us strength, that will allow us to invert gravity, allow us to fly and stuff like that. It's going to get really cool really soon. Now, in order to get more magical materials and get some more basic materials, I took on the dungeons in the Ice Maze, because these were very easy to conquer if the mobs wouldn't be able to cast spells. As you saw right there, mobs sometimes are able to cast spells from Iron Spells as well. I've never seen this in any pack, and it took me by absolute surprise. Now, this is not limited to mobs. Bosses can use spells as well, which means we're going to get into some crazy fights. I promise you that. The cool thing about these dungeons is that they sometimes have artifacts, and one of the artifacts we found was the experience hook, which was kind of a big W. Now, this place is filled with loads of basic materials like iron, lapis, emeralds, diamonds, so I have to say this is a great place to loot up early game. There's also these fragments of the earth, which is pretty good as well, as that will allow us to make another artifact that will give us night vision later on. So I just kept rinsing and repeating, farming skill points and materials as I went. I also took up a couple of anvils because ain't nobody want to spend that much iron on a block. And we just kept raiding and raiding. Now, with killing so many mobs, there's also a good chance we get gems and orbs, which will allow us to upgrade our gear. So that was another major W. Also, you can get these level gems, which will upgrade the school of your magic. And that's when I found a very interesting enemy. This was an apothec boss, meaning that this mob had hundreds of HP, and it was eating my spells like breakfast. I was honestly so shocked. At some point, I even summoned 2 polar bears because I thought one wasn't enough. And this thing was eating my spells. It even just ate my despair spell like an absolute maniac. That being said, after a couple of minutes of just barraging this mob, I was able to finally subdue it, meaning that we now had access to an item with an affix. That was pretty interesting because the only way you can get affixed items in this pack is by using the orbs that drop from enemies, and they're rather rare. So this was good to know. While I was flying around during the day, I found something amazing. This was a capsized boat which had been impaled by an ice spike holding some legendary loot. This was a crazy find. We got a permafrost shard and a blizzard bracelet. Now this blizzard bracelet is crafted with a pearl and a permafrost shard, and it will allow us to trigger a cryo storm, summoning a blizzard that deals continuous damage and slows nearby entities for 5 seconds when we deal ice magic damage to a target that is wet. Meaning that if we cast a water spell, then an ice spell, we summon a cryo storm. This sounded insane to me. The only problem was that we needed a pearl, and I had no idea how to get that. When looking over the block drops, however, it seemed to drop from muscles in the Abyssal Ruins. I had no idea what those words meant. I know what a muscle is, but I had no idea what Abyssal Ruin was. So we were going to hold off on this until I had some more information where to go and what exactly to look for. Back over at the base, I switched gears and I worked a little bit more on my collection, selling many seeds and many fishes, getting our money up, not our funny up. It's an OG meme. And I managed to get myself a greater health elixir, which was going to help with survival, as this gives me 7 seconds of regeneration 3. That's a lot of regeneration. So we were actively getting stronger, more defensive, and we were moving ahead. On the topic of moving ahead, I set my sights on the Charm Hunter's treasure. And this was going to be the necklace that allows us to get night vision. I also made a Ironbound spell tome, for which I had to take out the spells from my previous spell tome, but we now had 6 slots, meaning I could insert all of my different spells. And of course, you already know your boy immediately wanted to try out the spells, and I picked a fight with somebody I really shouldn't have. This could have ended really badly. These are Aquamancers. They are sort of a boss with 100 and something HP that's just summon water spells all over. There's just a tsunami in my face. Luckily for me, I had a polar bear and the Wadjets that were covering my ass, and my Subterranodon was able to fly me around. I'm telling you, if this was a fair fight one-on-one on the ground, this guy would have completely clapped me. That being said, we got big brain, so I'm flying around summoning cryo storms and doing a cone of cold, and this guy was going down. Even if it was the last thing I would do during the pack, I wanted to take this Aquamancer down. Now, with one more well-placed Ray of Frost, I managed to snipe him straight through the dome, securing myself some pretty interesting rewards, because these guys actually drop their Aqua spells, which is good because we still needed an Aqua spell in order to be able to trigger the Cryo Storm from the bracelet that we got. Now, during the day, I focused some more on killing these Archvokers because I still needed some Arcane Essence. And, dude, I'm telling you, this Solar Flare spell was incredible. It just withers down enemies' HP. It just is one beam after the other non-stop for like a minute straight. It's craziness. And securing myself some more Arcane Essence, I knew I was on the right track to get a full Cryomancer set. Now, additionally, I took on a Pyromancer, which would actually be considered my natural enemy. And this guy was pretty strong. Like, fire spells are cool, and they're pretty strong. And this was just a battle of the mages. Eventually, the Pyromancer did go down, giving us a spell scroll, an artifact, and an orb, and a template, which was really big. That's big loot. And inside of his chest, he also had a epic brawler's gem that we can use later on in the pack to get more max health. And I was styling with my Subterranodon, flying around the world and getting some more loot. Now, of course, absolutely rinsing through this dungeon with my solar flare. It's still insane that this spell exists. I started to realize I was becoming quite powerful when I almost one-shot this guy with my Ray of Frost. The last fragment of the earth had also been collected, and a little after that, I found another interesting item, which was the Ice Echo. This was a necklace that you can imbue with a little bit of experience to get yourself a spell on top of the necklace. The necklace itself also gives you 15% more ice spell power, which means that we got another 15% damage bonus. Also in the store, you can buy curio slots. One of the slots I really wanted to buy was a charm expansion slot, because my Effigy of Undying was taking up too much space in my curios. Now, we could also equip our Spell Totem and our Effigy of Undying together. One of the cool things about this pack is that you really do feel like you're getting a W after W after W, and it feels pretty dang good. Now, on the high of getting so many Ws, I ended up fighting a mob arena, and I thought this mob arena was going to be pretty easy, considering that I had the Solar Flare spell, and I had 3 summons. And boy, did they not let me down. I was grinding mobs left and right. This was actually pretty easy. Subterranodon, of course, again, MVP. This thing is insane. I'm like an aerial battle mage right now. Having the ability to fly is certainly strong. It's very strong. Now, the loot inside of these mob arenas are actually pretty good because these guys seem to have a higher drop rate for orbs, meaning I got rich off of just 1 round. They also drop boss effigies, so if you need a boss effigies, definitely hit up the arena. With that out of the way, and with more loot inside of my chests, I could also finally make the last piece of my Cryomancer set, which was the Cryomancer leggings. And man, was this trippy. Dude, it was so cool. This is the first time I'm playing as a mage, and I'm gonna be honest, it was really cool getting all these little armor pieces that improve our spells left and right. And I also had some enchanted books still laying around, so we got some protection on that bad boy. And I felt confident enough to take on the big-ass crab enemy that was right outside of my base. Placing down my summons, using the solar flare, and barraging this thing with a cone of cold, putting it on fire and freezing it at the same time, it definitely could not have felt great for this dude. Now, with the despair, I finished off the boss. And I did not know this was a boss, but apparently this was a boss in another quest line that I hadn't unlocked yet, and we were doing pretty dang good. Now, I wanted to get an arcane anvil, and that's when I realized that this is where a certain difficulty curve comes in, because all of the items required to make the arcane anvil are very expensive and difficult, because we had to get into create to make a super heated blaze burner that would compress liquid diamonds. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I don't like create, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. Putting the create issue aside, I kind of ignored it like homework the day before you actually have to deliver it. I instead went to the prison quarters because I wanted to progress the quest line, which meant that we needed to get into the promenade, and we needed to find a certain sign which indicated that we could find a specific item. This would allow us to then take on the bosses from this dimension. Now, truth be told, I had no idea what I was looking for, and it did take me quite a while. And in my travels, I managed to find this really awesome statue that I wanted to put up in the base. After that, I did manage to eventually find the location where I had to go down into. Now, the cool thing is that this mod has changed a little bit. I didn't remember this being in the pack or in the mod in the previous mod packs that I've played. Now, we found an elite obelisk, and this spawns an elite enemy. Now we had to just defeat this elite enemy. Now we just had to defeat this elite enemy, and we would get ourselves the vine. And this elite enemy was not that elite. I'm not gonna cap, boys. This was pretty easy. With the vine acquired, we could then go on and return back home. The bosses inside of this dimension are the Conjunctivius and the Concierge. Now, in a previous mod pack, I fought with the Conjunctivius, and it almost ended my run, and quite far into it. So I wasn't prepared just yet. Instead, I wanted to make my armor better and repair it. So trying to repair this Cryomancer armor was a bit of a tough task because frozen bones would not work. Wool, which is another component that makes this armor, also did not work to repair it. The only other thing I could think about was going to be an ice sigil or an ice rune, and that also didn't work, meaning that I had no way to repair my armor. So mending was going to be the only way I could actually get durability back. I didn't feel like re-rolling 20,000 villagers, so instead I went on to complete some more quests of the quest tree that we're working on, which meant that we had to find an Alex Cave hut structure. Something from Alex Caves in the mines. I had my structure compass set to one of these cave houses, and after a couple of mob kills, I would be able to loot this place up and find something called cave tablets. These are going to be tablets that we can decipher in order to get a map that leads us to a new biome. Now, the problem was that there was no cave tablets to be found in this structure, which was a little bit of a bummer, because that left me stranded, alone in a cave with no way to find one of these houses. I'd had to go blindly through these caves in hopes of finding something on the minimap that resembles a hut, a small square space of wooden blocks. It felt like an impossible task, so after wandering around endlessly for what felt like ages, I ran into something that piqued my interest, which was a trial dungeon. Now, this is honestly the first time I've ever done a trial dungeon in Minecraft, so I had no idea what it was doing in here. I just wasted some time, killed some mobs, tried to look for some keys, and truth be told, this was actually quite nice to farm up some experience because we were leveling up very rapidly inside of this dungeon, especially my Vanguard, which is a melee combat skill. Now, the loot inside of this place was actually kind of mid. It was a golden apple, some diamonds, and iron. That was it. Not even any modded content. So yeah, I definitely was not continuing this. That might actually be it. That might actually be it. Hold on. Because I've been looking over the map for a really long time now, and I've been trying to look for this thing, but so far I've been unable to find it, which is a little bit annoying. Let's try this thing I saw on the map. I'm curious. Oh, also, for those of you wondering why it's day 24 when it says day 22 underneath the minimap, when we did the ice arena, I noticed that it resets the time of day back to midnight of the same day. So let's say, for example, it's like noontime. It will rewind time, so you're basically time traveling back in time. And I don't think it's really fair to say that it's day 22. Oh my god, hold on a second here. Can we take this thing down? Maybe we can take the sea serpent. Oh yeah, we can take him. Oh dude, we're taking the sea serpent down. Wait, where's this thing? Oh, it died in the water. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. That is a free sea serpent scale. Look at this. I first want to figure out this Alex Cave stuff for the quest line. Is that tungsten ore? Let me actually summon my pet here. What a crazy place. Dude, a troll? Look at this bad boy. Okay, so it wasn't an Alex Cave thingy. It was a chest. Huh. What do I do now? It could just be that I'm way too deep underground. These look crazy, whatever those are. Oh, dude, I just don't know. Hold on. Let's try to do this again. 118 blocks. What? Let me deal with this guy real quick. Dude, what a crazy baby zombie is that? Let's figure out where this compass is pointing towards. 80 blocks? Okay, it seems like it's either going to be up or down. What in the world? Oh, there really is one. Okay, we got to go up. It also reminds me, I think I have a bunch of skill points I still need to use. Let me do that after we find the Spelunkery table. Something was hissing at me. Oh, I see wood. Bro, we are here. This has got to be it. Alex Caves. Yes, this is it. This is it. Spelunkery table, baby. And we get... Oh! This is the right cave tablet, I think. That's the right one. I'm happy. We teleporting back home, boys. Holy. This is sick. I guess we could just put it here right now. Okay, so how does this work? Cave tablet and a piece of paper. Okay. And then we gotta, like, analyze it, right? Bingo. Oh. Got it. Abyssal Chasm, baby. I did look up a translator. I'm sorry about that, but I was not about to do it any other way. Used to find the Abyssal Chasm biome. Right-click with the Abyssal Chasm cave map in your main hand while holding the Wayfinder in your offhand. So this is the way we should do it. The cave compendium. I am such an idiot. You need to surround it by paper. It's a whole different item. Oh, this is a long one. Got it. I just knew it was a long one. Okay, let's sleep. Dude, enchanting table language translator for the win. Hello? Then we do this. Boom. There we go. And we gotta head this way. Okay, that looks pretty fire. That does look pretty fire. And we're gonna add one here as well. Okay, I must say my base is starting to look pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, it's skill points. Hold on, before you go on this big old journey. I have 14 skill points. What? Bro, we'd about to max out the skill tree. Let me tell you that. Oh, actually, no joke. We are about to max out the skill tree. Holy. Oh, we're one skill away. One skill away. So we have maximum synergize now. Maximum carnage. Maximum battle fever. Maximum Jupiter's gift. So this is all pretty good. This is all actually pretty dang good. I'm going to skip on the Spellbreaker because I'm not really using it. And then I got to start thinking about what else I'm going to use. I think this... Hitting enemies with a ranged attack. Yeah, we're not really using ranged attacks as much as we are using, like, magic. So, I think... No, I got to do a deep dive into what my secondary skill tree is going to be. I need to do a deep dive into that. Yeah. Now, I do have 3 bonfires I can put down. So, putting down one at the Abyssal Chasm is probably not a bad idea, considering I have a feeling that this place is really, really far away. Ugh, it's pretty scary. Flying over the ocean like this, it's pretty scary. I can't lie. We do have some land here, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, boys. Boys. It seems like we have unlocked the Abyssal Chasm here. One thing I'll do is I'll use the beach here to go down into the Abyssal Chasm. Ooh, Abyss Marine. Ooh. What are these noises, bro? What? All right, here we go. Oh my god. That's bad news. Holy. Okay, these dread mobs are a little bit crazy. They do have good drop rates for the orbs, but that was a little bit clutch, bro. Oh, oh. Well, that's pretty nice. That guy just dropped a diamond heart for us. All right, wait, hold on. I'm getting coiled swords from these dudes. What in the world? Holy. That's super good. Okay, so I have a feeling that this is the Abyssal Chasm cave, which is this is a water area. Oh boy, dude, this place is gonna suck. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. Dude. What? I don't have thalassophobia, but it doesn't mean I'm a fan of it either. Abyssal Chasm. Thank you kindly. There's enemies nearby. Oh, I mean these guys. What a brutal area to go to first. Water breathing. Oh, Tide Guardian helmet provides water breathing. That could be kind of worth it. Even better, what if I do this? 7 armor. So, water breathing sorted out with the sea serpent that we killed, which is actually kind of clutch. Can't lie. We gotta get some food with us, though. We can buy 1 carrot from the shop, and then we turn the carrots into golden carrots, and then we're mega chilling. And I think we don't have to worry about food for... Oh, we gain hearts according to the food that we eat? Oh, that's kind of fire. Now the question is going to be, are we stacked up enough with this water breathing to actually survive in here? Okay, I'm supposed to fight a hull breaker is what it's called. But I'm not feeling too confident about that. Dude, there's a bed in here? What? Look at this place. Can I freeze this thing? Deep 1 mage. Oh my god. Bro, that's a sea serpent. I think a sea serpent is right on me, though. I don't like that. Ooh. Oh my god. That's a special one as well. There's no way I'm beating that, right? Just need one of my spells to be off cooldown. I'm trying to see what I got. I got this one. Got it. We need to find a hull breaker, though. Okay, so we can kill specialized mobs. That's already good. The deep ones now regard you with aggression. Uh-oh. I don't think that was the mob that I was supposed to kill. This place is absolutely bonkers. I can't believe this is the first area we gotta conquer. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that thing, dude? That seems crazy. I'm scared of everything inside of here. I just need like 1 pearl, dude. Yeah, got it. Oh my god, what is that sound? I don't want to find out. We're going back home. Boom, out of there. Out of there. Okay, so with this pearl now obtained, we should be able to make an aqua spell. Yes, we can. Call forth an unstoppable tide that surges forward, slamming into enemies, dealing damage, sweeping them away, and applying the wet effect. So we need to go tsunami. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is really cool. It's tsunami and then ray of frost. These two we combine and we summon a cryostorm. That should be the case. I kind of really want to try out this cryostorm. We're gonna go back to the Abyssal Chasm. Don't worry. We're gonna go back. I'm just taking it slowly because I'm not sure what mobs are all in that place. And I feel like if I'm careless, that's when I'll die. So we're gonna be putting our enchanting table over here. Alright, that seems to be working. That is the basics of the basics. Alright, 2 places we can get some books probably, which is the village off to the southwest. I think that's gonna be our first bet. And after that, we could also just go into the sky village. That could also work. Okay, we are looking for some books now. Oh, dude. I hit a library right as I say that. Sweet. Sharpness. That's pretty free. The sharpness 5 is interesting. There's a lot of librarians here. Well, what is this guy? He's a scribe. Oh my god, this guy sells mending. This guy sells mending and it's cheap as. It is cheap as. No way. There's no way we found this dude. This guy is sick. This guy is sick. Mending, baby. Mending. This guy doesn't have access to a bed though, so his trades will not refresh. 8 mendings, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yo, this guy's my goat. This guy is my goat. Look at all this mending. Let me get myself some mending on my armor. Beautiful. Let us go ahead and go back to the Abyssal Chasm. We're looking for a hull breaker. I'm really not sure what that mob is supposed to look like, but that is what we're supposed to be looking for. We also have these weird little buildings, which I'm not entirely sure what they are. Oh, dude. There's a mob inside of here. Is that a hull breaker? It might be. What in the world? Holy! Dude, this is a submarine. It's not a mob. Yo! Oh my god. Can I take this with me? Oh. I did. Oh no. You're supposed to use it some other way. Oh no. I was so happy I found a submarine. Maybe I'm not ready for... Oh, what is going on? What is going on? I'm just gonna die. Dude. Something is holding me in its jaw. I don't know what is going on. I can't get out of here. Okay. What in the world? Where am I? Okay. Let's try to relog. Please tell me we're good. Nah, dude, this thing still has me in its jaw. That is crazy. All right. Got it. I'm out of there. Bro, what? Whatever was holding me in its jaw, that's crazy. That is crazy work. I don't like this place. I want to get out of here. Nah. I'm out of there, buddy. I'm out of there. Okay, we might have to think what other quests we're going to do then instead. Because this deepling area is... This hull breaker stuff is crazy. We could go shiny scales, then the whole crab route. I think we go queen bee, honestly. We're gonna go queen beehive. That's gonna be the next task on the list. Do we have any skill points that we can use? We got one. The whole mage tree is done. We've got all the warpath ones. We need to figure out what skill tree we're going with next. We also want to fight an undead king at some point. But right now, they're still a little too strong. Wait, is that the queen bee? This is the queen bee stuff. Hold on. Oh, there she is. Okay, that didn't really do exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, she is super, super weak. Okay, so that was it for these little fellas. Okay, let's check out the quest for the queen bee. We get a random orb for that. And then the next thing is a deadly crypt. Okay. We're probably going to do the first 2 quest lines of each major quest tree. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Just for us to get a little bit stronger. Oh, hold on a minute. Wait a moment. This place has got an Ancient Knight, which is just freelo. Because we just do that, and then we kill this thing. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what just exploded, but I don't think that was really meant to happen. Oh, this time we didn't get a netherite scrap. We do get one of these, which is pretty interesting. Boom. And... oh, he deals damage. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy deals damage, bro. Alright, we got it though, we got it. Easy. Yeah, that guy still deals damage. Another legendary ink. Sweet. That is probably the crypt. That is gonna be it. No? Has to be it. Yep, that's it. So what is this? This is just a dungeon? Oh my god. That just dropped me down straight. This place is trapped. Hold on, let me read the quest. I just found something and I don't know what it is. Find the push idol. Place the antenna on the push idol. Oh, really? Oh, okay, okay. I did not expect that to happen. Oh my god, let me summon some minions. Oh my god, that's dealing damage. Woo! Oh my god, dude, this guy is going crazy. Oh, dude is going crazy right now. I don't see anything. Oh! Did that just pop my death totem? It did. It just popped my death totem. You're joking. What? Oh my god. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Corruption orb. Maybe we don't want that. I mean, just maybe. So what orbs did we end up getting? Add a new skill to the skill totem. Adds a gem socket to a piece of gear. Okay. So we killed the push lord. We got the fragment of death. Craft the fist of doom. And then we got to find an overgrown temple. Okay. Okay, Fist of Doom created, which means that we can now get the second area of the questline, which is find the overgrown temple. We also have the Umvudi Grove, Ocean Monument, and Hippocampus. I think we go Hippocampus first next. Now, we do need earplugs. Now, the way that you make earplugs, there we go. Now we just gotta actually find some sirens. Now, I just don't want to get screwed over by a sea serpent. That would be pretty bad. They can't charm me anymore, so I can now just go ahead and do that. Okay, that works. Got it. Do I see a sea serpent on the map? Not immediately. So that's good. Oh. Use a summoning altar holding shiny scales. So it's the summoning altar with shiny scales. And then I'm going to grab my pet and we're going to fly away because that's going to summon a boss. It actually just summons the dude. What in the world? Oh, I need to replace my helmet. Otherwise, we're probably going to get clapped. Does that make a cryo storm? No, it didn't, right? Okay, this boss goes down pretty easily. I ended up getting a flawless lunar gem, which is pretty nice. Quest completion as well. What is it asking now? Kill Bulldrog Gitch. I think we did that, to be honest. I mean, we can summon another one. Okay, let's try out the cryo storm. I want to see what damage this thing can do. There we go. That should do a cryo storm. How much damage does that actually do? Looks like it does quite a bit. Okay, pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay. Quest completion's not hitting, though. Okay, there we go. That is... Ooh, Ice School level. That is nice. All right, sweet. We got the quest for the Crimson Shells. This one, we're going to have to skip on this quest because it's not registering us killing it. The Crimson Shells we got to place on the altar, which I'm kind of curious as to what that is going to do. Ritual can only be done at night. Place a charcoal block on the altar. Right. Okay, I see where this is going. We're going to be summoning a new type of mob slash boss in order to fight after this crustacean dude. But yeah, what's going on with this ritual then? Okay, I might have to get in touch with somebody that knows what they're doing in this pack. Because the Nehemoth is the next thing on the list. Like, that's actually the boss we got to do now. All right, someone in the Discord told me that it might be a case of where we have to swap the two items around on the little pedestal. So I guess during the nighttime, we're going to try that out. In the meantime, there's two other paths we can still go down. What we could do is we could focus on using these last remaining shiny scales and just go ahead and kill some bosses. We could do that. We could farm some gems that way. I don't think we're going to be able to farm orbs, or at least orbs are not dropping from these dudes. But I get a feeling that we might get some good gems. Oh, I angered the mage. I angered the mage. Oh my god, that's not what I planned to do. Okay, oh my god, you're joking. This dude one-shot me. This dude one-shot me. Bro, what? Okay, new death totem acquired. Okay, so this dude's pretty strong. But I do need to kill him because he's like camping at my altar. That should do a cryo storm right next to him. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This dude is crazy. I don't know what dropped the orbs, but it's pretty good. Okay, okay, okay. Whew. That was quite the ride. Upgrades gear to the next rarity level. Adds a new affix to a piece of... Oh my god. Those are like the best. So I can upgrade my Cryomancer's hood to rare. This is a pretty easy boss to kill as well. Oh, 15% size spell power. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Dude, if we can get a perfect gem for those... Wait, where did my ritual altar go? Wait, am I tripping? I'm tripping. Oh my god, it's super expensive to make a ritual altar. I'm a little bit concerned about my altar breaking. Because it's an enchanting table and obby. I'm just missing 3 obby. Okay, hold on. Let me go collect some obby then. Alright, that should be fine. I'm very surprised the boss killed me though. Like the Aquamancer, dude, that was crazy. Like what? Easy. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna go. So what I'm gonna do first is, oh, I already have a group summon active. The Wadjet is almost dead though. Oh, yep, that works. That works. Okay, Nehemoth is being summoned. Whoa, look at this guy. Jumping all over the place. Oh my god. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Ha ha! Nice. Got it, got it. Adds new affix to a piece of gear. Crystallized blood and a coiled sword. Okay, so that is the Nehemoth, which is not too bad to fight. Oh, we get a random orb as well. Okay, so what do we need next? We need a bone block. This doesn't need to be done during the night, right? I don't think it needs to be, but we need a bone block and a crimson shell. Okay, so we go bone block, crimson shell. Okay, it's happening. Whoa! Oh, this guy deals a lot of damage. That guy deals a lot of damage. Okay, so far so good. We killed him. We killed him. Woo! That was a little scary. Upgrades a random spell that's imbued. Add a new skill to the skill tome. Upgrades any toe to an exalted. Yes. Which means we can add a new skill. Hitting enemies with spells while you are sprinting gives you 20% chance to rapidly cast chain lightning. Oh, what? Can I add another? Oh, I can. Upon taking damage below 20% health, gain speed 1 effect. Can I do more? Oh, I can do more. Melee kills have a 40% chance to stack strength. Corrupt this totem to add more skills. Wait, what? Corrupting? That's something new. Okay, totem is corrupted. What does that do? Remove corruption with an orb of repentance. Repentance. Bingo. 50% chance to purify or destroy the item. Also, how did I get all of these coiled swords? Oh my god. We have 7 waystones practically in our inventory. Pretty much. It is bone block and crimson shell. Yeah. And then we need to kill the immortal executioner. Got it. Needs night. Oh, it needs nighttime for this ritual as well? No. What I got in store is I've been thinking hard about how to make this build really strong, right? And I've come up with 2 things. There's 2 things we need to do. We need to do. One of which is an arcane anvil. That is going to be incredibly important. We need a diamond cube, which is a liquid diamond, and superheated blaze burner from Create, and mixing 3 diamonds with a lava above a superheated blaze burner. So, boom, you need some kind of egg, sugar, cinder flour, compactor, boom. Cinder flour made from crushing. Yo, we're gonna have to get into Create if we want to make an arcane anvil, which is a little bit tricky considering I know nothing about Create. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Ooh, there is andesite here. We still needed a bunch of that. Well, at least that's a score. That is definitely a score. Andesite is very nice. Maybe I should make a grindstone as well. There's fortune 2. That's kind of good. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of goated. Immediately fortune 2. There's no way, right? It's crazy. Sweet. Dude, that's sick. 8 levels, 14 levels. Boom. Boom. Pretty good pickaxe. We are going to need a couple of things, right? We are going to need... Let's see here. We're going to need a water wheel. We are going to need cogwheels. We're going to need a gearbox. We're going to need a vertical gearbox. We're going to need a mixer. We're going to need a mechanical press. We're going to need a depot. We're gonna need a basin. We're gonna need a crushing wheel. We're gonna need some shafts. All right. Oh, and mechanical crafters. That's also one of the things we need. Or I could make a create platform over here. That could also work. Now we need to get cinder flour, which was the mechanical wheels, which is the mechanical crafters, which is an electron tube and iron sheets, which is polished quartz or rose quartz. Wow, redstone's expensive. Looking for... That is redstone. This should give me a big yield, especially with one of these golden blocks, right? That is a pretty big yield. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's get back on track. In order to get the mechanical crafters, we need to get electron tubes, which means we need to get 7 of those iron sheets. There we go. All right, bingo. Electron tubes. Hallelujah. And mechanical crafters, they need brass casings. And brass is used by mixing copper and zinc while heated with a blaze burner. Just fly around for a little while, see what we can find. Sometimes they spawn on these pylons as well. Gonna be a little bit of a tricky one. Got it. Yeah, that was the reason why. Okay, got it. Now we are mixing up brass. Okay. That way we've got the brass casings. 21 mechanical crafters. Oh wait, it's way too many. I don't even need 21 brass casings. But we now have these mechanical crafters, which means that we can now start making crushing wheels. I believe that's it for the mechanical crafters. Yeah, that looks about right. So what I'm thinking is we do something like this. We just close it off. Put some water down. And then put a water wheel down. What if I do this? Wait, these shafts are going this way. Shouldn't I build it more off to the side here then? Okay. Aha! Okay, the gears are turning. Now I'm just going to have to grab a cogwheel and some rods, and I think we'll be fine then. I think this is actually, unironically, a pretty good setup if this works. The question is mostly if it works. Holy. Okay, sweet. So now we need to make the crushing wheels, which is, wow, a whole lot of, wow, actually, 16 andesite, 4 planks, and a stone. Okay, that does work. It's got to output somehow, right? Oh, no, they're crafting. They are crafting. Okay. Nice. That is... Oh, it makes 2 immediately. Oh, wow. I don't even need to make another crushing wheel. Sweet. Let me go ahead and use these. Use these logs in order to set up a crushing wheel area. That is going to be very nice. We are going to be adding a hopper onto that, which means we'll probably have to go ahead and make some staircases here. There we go. That looks pretty good, right? We are going to go ahead like this. That should work, technically speaking. But that is part of the beauty about figuring things out as you go, is you never know when you're going to hit gold or you're going to be stuck. Then I'll do this. Then I just got to add in the water, right? It works. It works. Oh my god. Dude, these crushing wheels work. Dude, I want to test this out. Hold on. So we got to grab some netherrack. Let's grab a stack of it. Does it process a full stack at once? There's no way, right? That would be pretty dang cool. Okay, let's see what these crushing wheels have done. They've created a stack in 36 cinder flour. Yeah. Then, okay, what do we need then? No heating required. Sugar and an egg. Any type of egg. Okay, now where would one find some chickens? What would be a good place? So I'm a little bit shocked as to how crazy. Okay, this is pretty good. A cage with a chicken. We can make a chicken farm like that. If we find one more of those, we can make a chicken farm. Got 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 egg. Boom, boom, boom. But you gotta find one more chicken. I mean, I have another cage, right? Okay, what are the chances we get a chicken from these eggs? That does not look like it's gonna work. No. Got it. We are good to go. Nice. Baby chicken and a chicken. Sweet. We are going to go ahead with John and Jim. That way I believe these guys don't despawn, right? No, 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 no. Dude. Okay, I'm about to freak out, bro. That's insane. Oh, here he is. Yeah, come inside of here. Yeah. No! I tried mining the wooden block. Oh my god, I'm about to freak out. This is dumb. This is really dumb. I also didn't place a bonfire at the place. Right, back to square one. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom, chicken. Boom, chicken. And one more. Boom, chicken. Now you guys just gotta produce eggs for me. Cheers, buddies. Jim, John, and Jim. And the other, yeah, well, just whatever. I do have one more egg. I can grab an egg, I can grab sugar. And I think it's one of these. So we put all of these inside. We compact it into a blaze cake base. There we go. And now to fill it, we are going to need lava and a spout. Spout and a depot. Then we place the stripped wood and boom. Oh yeah, this works beautifully. Now we have some copper casings, which we can use to make machines. Now we're just gonna need to get some dried kelp, which... oh, that's not too bad. Dried kelp really isn't too bad. Dried kelp, and we should have a spout like that. Great. Okay, now we have a spout. And now we need to get a depot. Another depot. So when I now go over to my wall of machines, spout on top. I'll add the lantern there. We're going to have our blaze cake. And then we need to go and get some lava. Oh, I just heard my chickens make an egg. All right, there we go. 16 copper sheets. This will allow me to make 8 more of these fluid tanks, which gives us a total of 9. Now, why is this important? Why do I want these? Well, very easily put, I would like to grab some of these metal ladders. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to make something pretty interesting here. This 72 buckets. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. So I guess that means we gotta go get some lava. And now we put everything inside of the creative tank that we got going on over here. That doesn't work. That does not work. Why does that not work? Hello? how do I put liquid inside of it? Okay, we need to use something called a drain. Ah, bingo. So in this case, if we want to make it work, we're gonna need to get some of these. You know what? It might actually not be a bad idea. Wait, can I not just set up a... Hold on a second. Now add a shaft this way. Add a shaft this way. And we go ahead like this. This can work. This can really work. And we go ahead and we place these. It works, but it's pretty dang slow. It is pretty dang slow. It can handle a lot of stress, it seems like. So that's pretty much a W. So now we have an automated... Okay, now I'm going to do something that... For those of you who know Create, you're probably going to laugh your ass off what I'm about to do now. I have a feeling what I'm going to do is a little bit dumb. But I have a feeling that it might just work out because it's so dumb. I have no idea how well this is going to go. Am I a genius? Am I a genius or what? Yeah! Everything's working together in tandem. Dude, I feel epic right now. That's better. That's good. That's good. Now, the only problem I have is that these are not lined up. Which means that I have to do some weird gearbox stuff, so we're not going to do that. Like that. And that. So now, when I put something in here, it should empty it into this big old tank, which is working. So, would I be right in thinking that if I just drop these items on here, that would work? Probably gonna pop it like later on, right? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it does kind of work. It's just gonna take a little while. And it's not very accessible. And this pump is not taking fluid. We gotta reverse the order, I guess. Is that what a redstone signal? Hold on. Oh, a wrench can be used to reverse the direction. Okay. Got it. I'm learning. Slowly, but surely I'm learning. For this little pump here. Yeah! Time to fill our very first blaze cake. Woo! We're gonna need to use this in order to make liquid diamond, which you do in a superheated mixer with 3 diamonds and 1,000 millibuckets of lava. Lava? Nope, that did not work. Like this? Then the diamonds inside. Then the blaze burner. And then we go. Boom. Liquid diamond. Woo! Now we need to use something called a pressurizer. Oh my god. So andesite casing, andesite alloys, mechanical pump, and the iron spring. Iron spring is made with the iron or a spring coiling machine, for which you need a spring coiling wheel. Wow, that's expensive. Block of iron. Really? Oh my god, we gotta roll. Oh my god. There is always one more machine. What is going on? Grab a rolling mill. Right. Okay. So it does work like that. 4 iron rods. Then we go over to this machine. We just drop it as well? No. I did something, but I don't know what. Ah! You just dropped the item on top of it. Bingo. Okay, we got the springs we needed. We're good. Okay. Has a minimum RPM requirement of 30. That's probably nowhere near what I can provide. So we want to go to a small gear. We'll be using a big gear. Hand crank. That should be higher RPM. But is it already high enough? Probably not. So if we then use a small gear, does that work? I feel like that works. So we blaze cake this bad boy. Try swapping this around one more time. Nice! Okay, that was it. That was it. So we reached 30 RPM that we needed. All right. Bet! We got the diamond cube. Very scuffed, let me tell you that. But we did manage to obtain it. Okay, all we're missing now is the moon crystals, which is the glow ink sacks. Which just means we have to do some haunting. Which I think is not too bad. Airflow. Okay, fair enough. Yep, airflow. Processing items. Yeah. The haunting is not a problem. It's not too bad to do. Just need some soul sand and an ink sacs. Okay, easy. And then this. We're going to go hunt for echoes of the ship graveyard in the morning. It's going to be a nice break that we can take from all this create stuff. Because, man, I was really racking my brain there. I can't lie. That was the most I've ever done with create. It might not look like a lot, but trust me, to somebody that's never played with that mod pack, it's quite a bit. But it's fun. It's fun, though. Now, I believe the last time I got the Echo of the Ship Graveyard, I'm pretty sure I got them from like a golden pirate bag. So we're definitely going to keep a lookout for those. Just going to be doing a little bit of breaking and entering here. Maybe we can even find some in these chests. Or maybe not. We are starting to deal a whole lot of damage. Because we're pretty much two-shotting these guys, so whatever I'm doing with my armor and my weapon is definitely working. Whoa. What is this? 40% damage resistance against underwater creatures. You no longer need air, night vision, aqua affinity, negates gravity while underwater, greatly increased swimming speed. You are vulnerable to fire damage. That is actually pretty good to have, because the quest for the, or at least the quest line that we were going for, was in an underwater setting. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna help us in the long run, right? Ooh, that is a pretty good gem. Gnarly gem. Straight to the dome. Ooh. Thank you. That's awesome. Now we just need a feral claws and we're good. Echoes of the ship graveyard, we might have to put a hold on that until we actually manage to get some looting. I think that's not a bad idea, because I spent a long time in this place. Getting out of here. Done with it. All right, Spellstone equipped. Will of the Ocean. Is this upgradable, by the way? It is, but we can't use it because we're not running a Ring of the Seven Curses this time. Okay. Instead, we will look for an ocean monument. Boom. 7,000 blocks away. I feel like this is an ocean monument, though. To the ocean monument we go. It's the ocean monument from Young's, so I think this should count towards quest collection, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. Ah! The quest is working. Find an ocean monument. Defeat an Elder Guardian. Dude, what is going on with all these sea serpents? Holy, that is next level. It's like a hub for sea serpents. What is going on with these bosses, though? Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Okay, my armor doesn't seem to be taking that much damage because of it. That is pretty scary. I don't know what that is or what it does, but it's pretty scary. Are bosses just bugged for some reason? Okay, the pack just got updated. And I'm wondering if we have any less issues with bosses. Also, another interesting thing is that with the update, they fixed corrupted totems as far as I could see, right? Also, Wild Splash and Splash Tail, those are new collections. That is one more step closer to the... Hold on. That is one step closer to the Exalted Ice Affinity Gem, which I really want to get. I really want to get that. We were supposed to be using a Orb of Repentance on this guy, which would clarify it. It worked. It got purified. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, this skill totem is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. I think it is time we figure out what the next quest is that we want to go for. I honestly still believe that the route in the Abyssal Chasm should be on the menu right now. Mainly because we now have this Spellstone that gives us 40% damage resistance against underwater creatures. No longer need air, night vision, aqua affinity, negates gravity, greatly increased swimming speed, but we're vulnerable to fire damage. While we're flying over to the Abyssal Chasm, how's you guys' day been? I hope you're doing mighty fine. I'm pretty excited to get this Abyssal Chasm out the way, because that means that we're going to be inching ever so closer to the Arcane Anvil, which is pretty good. I think we just had to get like glowing sacks and stuff like that, so we have to do the bulk haunting later on. There was something else, but I'm kind of forgetting what it was. Oh yeah, the Echoes of the Ship Graveyard. That's true. That's true. Wow, we are swimming really fast. I don't even have Depth Strider on my boots. Oh, well, that's very clearly the Abyssal Chasm. Okay, we're looking for a mob, a monster. Although I'm not sure what kind of mob it is. Yeah, I guess we just continue going in any general direction. Okay. What is that? Oh my god, that's a Leviathan. His health is bugged as well. Okay. Okay, a little bit scary, a little bit scary. How is this thing the second quest in this quest line? I think even Conjunctivius is easier than that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Instead of taking on the Hullbreaker, I decided to take a step back and go to a different quest line. With the bosses being fixed now, we should be able to quite easily clap an Elder Guardian, which is the next hit on our hit list. Arriving at the Elder Guardian structure, I immediately dove down and took full advantage of my new spellstone, meaning that I did not have to worry about any of my water breathing. And lo and behold, when we got to the Elder Guardian, only 200 HP, this thing stood no chance. The exploding attack was a little bit scary, but that being said, we were dishing out way more damage than it could take. And after a couple of well-placed despairs and a Ray of Frost, this Elder Guardian was no more. That was another quest complete, another boss slain, and one step closer to total world domination. With the Guardian Eye acquired and the Elder Eye in my possession, I could then move on to the next task on the list, which was going to be to find the Pink Salt Shrine. This is an actual underwater dungeon. Now, this is the first time I ever went inside of this dungeon, so I had no idea what I was looking for. But one of the things that I really noticed about this dungeon is that just the sheer amount of mobs inside of it make it a great place to farm skill points. Especially if you are a melee character with a lot of buffs, this would be the ideal place to just grind out levels. With a couple new skill points in my bag, I located the boss of this dungeon. And this thing looked a little bit menacing, so I completely buffed up and I went in for the kill, thinking this was going to be a long and hard battle with a 200 health berserker that practically got one shot. Yeah, one tsunami and one Ray of Frost and I dealt 200 damage. Make it make sense. I started to think I was getting a little bit overpowered, but I would get humbled sometime in the future. With the drops acquired, we could then move on to making the Spectral Tablet, or using the Spectral Tablet to summon the Immortal Shaman. And this was a boss that wasn't going to go as easy as the Berserker. Making my way over to my altar, I placed the item in question on top of it, and we could then go ahead and fight the Immortal Shaman. Now, I started off this battle like any other, using a Tsunami to apply the wet effect, a Ray of Frost to then summon a Blizzard, and then start whittling this guy down with my Cone of Cold. Now, little did I know that this thing regens with lifesteal whenever you get hit. Maybe his minions also lifesteal for him, but this guy was not going down. He was taking a beating like no other mob I had faced before. With all of my spells in full tow and completely using the Blizzard mechanic, even all of that made me not be able to dispatch him quickly. Eventually, after a long battle, I managed to get up close and use my summons to also whittle down his HP, and with a well-placed Ray of Frost through the dome, the Immortal Shaman went down. Now, this unlocked a new quest in which we had to fight an Immortal Executioner. Now, seeing as the Immortal Shaman was already a really strong boss, I could only imagine what this Immortal Executioner would be like. That being said, my curiosity got the better of me and I really wanted to try this out. This was a ritual that could only be performed during the nighttime, but we have a fix for that. Inside of the shop menu, there is a specialty shop items tab, in which you can buy a time turner. This is a device that will allow you to switch day and night, but has a chance to completely drain your sanity. This time it didn't drain my sanity, and we were already in the nighttime, meaning we could summon the Immortal Executioner and go straight into battle. I summoned a Tsunami, hit a Ray of Frost, and then started spraying a Cone of Cold. Now this thing was teleporting all over the place, activating a deafening shriek that started dealing heavy damage continuously to me. I had to use a couple of health elixirs and I managed to finish him off quickly after that. It seemed like without a life-stealing mechanic, these bosses stand no chance against the immortal mage ElAbro. With the drops obtained, we can now make something pretty interesting. We could actually make ourselves a Totem of Undying. This was both needed for the next quest, but a good recipe to know in case we would run out of funds to buy totems later on. With the Totem of Undying obtained, we were then going to need to use it in the Sand Warrior Arena to summon the next boss. Yes, the next boss is summoned using a Totem of Undying. Kinda crazy, I must admit, but I was excited, because we were starting to do a lot of damage and I felt that my mage build was really paying off. I traveled thousands of blocks to find a Sand Warrior Arena. I entered the dungeon through the main gates and was immediately met by a couple of angry mobs that I needed to dispatch. One well-placed Cone of Frost later and I could start taking down the spawners and ascend in the dungeon. This was actually, to my surprise, a rather standard dungeon except for the boss, which was a closed-off arena as a 1v1 battle. I, of course, didn't make it a 1v1 battle and summon my summons, but this guy was going to get the smacking of a lifetime. Seeing as we had to use a Totem of Undying to summon this Sand Warrior, I was a little bit afraid he might be strong, but seeing his 150 health made me pretty confident in my ability to kill this boss. With a couple of flashy moves from the boss, I was sure that without my Desert Dwellers, I'd be in a little bit of trouble, but these guys pulled through. And with that, the boss goes down and victory was attained. He also dropped a cool Sword of the Sandstorm and a Bone Dagger, which I found to be pretty interesting. And now we were on to the early to mid game of the Shiny Scale quest tree. The next boss on the list was the Umvudi Grove. Now, I knew already that this Umvudi boss was going to be a pretty easy clap, and even just one Cone of Cold made me able to finish him off. We were starting to get pretty powerful. Umvudi Mask acquired, I was pretty interested in what this Toxic Wayfinder was going to do. It is used to light a portal to the Toxic Waste dimension. Normally, this is just supposed to be an Alex cave, but in this pack, they're actual dimensions. Now, I know that the Nuclear Wasteland dimension is going to be a pretty tough area to beat, so I wanted to use all of the legendary inks I had gathered to get myself a couple of sweet new spells, one of which being the Haste spell that would greatly improve my casting speed and attack speed. Another spell I picked up was the Angel Wings, giving me a backup option in case my flying pet dies. I also picked up a Fortify, which would give me 20 temporary HP points in absorption, and I picked up a Sunbeam, which was going to be another nice little damaging spell. Had a high roll on the level, being level 9 and boosted by 2 levels by the gem that I had equipped in my head slot. Now, I also had 18 whole skill points to spend, which meant that I was going to go down the Cryomancer skill tree, giving me a bunch of skills that were catered specifically towards ice spells, meaning extra damage to frozen targets, mana when I kill frozen targets, when there's a 3% chance to ricochet icicles, there is a 15% chance to deal extra damage. It is very, very good. Now, the only problem I had with all these extra spells is that we did not have a spell book that was big enough to carry all of these spells. So I needed to do a little bit of preparation if we wanted to go into the Toxic Caves. I did already make the portal, which was just some mossy cobblestone, and then we would need to use the Toxic Wayfinder item on this specific portal. Now, this did open a pretty neat looking portal, in my opinion. It looks pretty clean. Now, before I was going to enter, I wanted to first get my new spell book, so I would at least have angel wings and rockets to get out of a sticky situation. Now, this meant that we had to get Hogskin, so a trip to the Nether was warranted. And in the Nether, I was just looking for hogs. That was like the only thing I was looking for. But by pure coincidental chance, I stumbled upon this big arena with a boss inside that played a cutscene. So this guy was definitely not going to be a piece of cake. I can already tell you. And I wasn't sure if I could even beat this guy. I mean, just look at this. This looks like a menace. It's like a Night King, an undead Night King. This guy looks frightening. I did one Ray of Frost and it took no health off of his health bar. Now, I flew away initially thinking that I was never going to beat this guy, but I quickly came to the realization I'm a flying mage. I can take this guy. I just summon a couple of mobs and I'm going to barrage this thing with spells like there's no tomorrow. Now, my summons were already doing pretty good damage. I activated the solar rays so they would do damage continuously to this guy. Cone of Cold was chipping down his health nicely, and the moment I used a tsunami and swapped to my Ray of Frost, the blizzard was also doing continuous damage. Now, the real damage came in when I used my despair, absolutely annihilating this thing's health bar and one-shotting it with one spell. You best know that I sent this footage over to the modpack dev and asked him if this was right. This was really sick. I can definitely tell that the despair skill is something on a whole different level. And it officially became my most favorite spell that I have in my arsenal. I also hit up a couple of bastions to just get a couple of netherite ingots, and I was looking for hoglins, but to be honest, these guys barely spawn anywhere. I only just got lucky because there was one specific type of bastion that I managed to find where I know a ton of hoglins spawn. So I just had to kill a couple of hoglins and we'd call it a day and make the new spellbook. With enough hogskin acquired, I teleported back to my base in order to prepare for the Toxic Caves. New spellbook has 10 slots, by the way, so this thing's an absolute goat. And I mean, honestly, just look at this new spellbook. There's so many spells inside of it. I have such a versatile kit right now. It felt really awesome. This is like arguably the best upgrade you can get as a mage, is like access to more spells. I had utility, I had damage, I had survivability. We were pretty much stacked up. Rockets obtained. I was ready to go inside of the Toxic Wasteland. Now, I know that this is a dangerous dungeon. Why, you might ask? Because there's a mob in here called a nuke creeper, which just triggers an atomic bomb explosion if it blows up. I think it will probably insta-kill us if it happens. What was the quest that we had to do in here? Kill one of those things. Now, luckily for me, I saw two nuke creepers that were not angry yet, and I was able to quite easily dispatch them with my Cone of Cold. These big zombie-looking Frankenstein monsters have a ranged attack with their tongue. And as you can see from my health bar, these things deal quite a bit of damage. So I was really happy that I had my angel wings and my rockets, because otherwise there was no way I was getting out of here alive. And that's when I realized I picked up something really, really, really interesting. This is the Annihilation spell. It is a spell specific as a drop to the nuke creeper. We got a level 2, and as you can see, it deals 100 damage. But upon using it, it said that the Annihilation failed because no entity was hit. So this was going to be a spell that we can only use if we have a direct line of sight on an enemy. And let me tell you, you guys are not ready for what this thing does. Before I show you what that does, though, I wanted to get a couple of new items in my base setup, which was one of them being the magic cauldron, where we could insert spell scrolls that we don't need in order to extract their ink. I did, however, get ambushed by one of those toxic Frankenstein apes. I had no idea how this guy entered my base, but it was pretty scary. Now, my extraction of my inks seemed to have failed, which was no big deal. We had many more inks that we could extract later on, but that is the way. You extract the ink like that, and then you use glass bottles on your cauldron. Now, we did have to go one more time inside of the toxic wasteland because we needed to get a bucket of toxic waste in order to craft our next item for the quest. And this place was as scary as it was the first time I entered. The moment you set 1 foot on land, you get ambushed. Now, luckily for me, I have this teleportation ship where I could just fly up in the air and teleport safely home, actual MVP, and I would then make the next item for the quest line, which was using the Umvudi mask, toxic waste bucket, and the new Cleaper's drop, gave us the demonic runestone. Now, this demonic runestone was used to actually make the Twilight Forest portal, and we were going to go on a massive Twilight boss killing spree very soon. I did quickly want to kill Cornelia, however, because I needed some more Echoes of the Ship graveyard in order to make our arcane anvil. Cornelia is one of those bosses that can either go really well or really bad, because this boss has lifesteal as well, if I remember right. But using all of my spells from a distance means that we should be able to push her way easy into phase number 2. Casting a couple of buff skills, I would then barrage Cornelia with a couple of ice spells, and I would finish it off with the Despair. And like the Despair did with the previous boss, it absolutely decimated Cornelia, even killing her before she could enter her phase 2. Yeah, that's how much damage we're dealing right now. With Cornelia dispatched, I also felt vibrations under the ice. This meant that a Mother of the Maze had spawned in the waters below the ice maze. Sadly for me, I didn't immediately see the Mother of the Maze. Even while swimming around underneath the ice maze, I, for the life of me, could not find the Mother of the Maze, which was a little bit sad because we really needed to complete that quest as well. All right, we are making some really steady progress. It's been quite crazy. I gotta say, ever since the modpack dev fixed the bugs for the bosses, dude, we've been skyrocketing. It's unreal right now. Like, we're going at a pace that's unprecedented. Let me allocate some more skill points. I am unlocking a lot of really interesting spells in the ice tree. And we can also get avalanche. Freezes enemies with an active chilled effect and spawns ice blocks above 2. Whoa. I definitely think that's not a bad idea. Killing a frozen enemy has a 3% chance to cause enemies within 7 blocks to cast Ice Breath at another nearby monster. Yeah. Activate to apply freeze to nearby enemies. I think we're going to max out this. We're going to max out that. And then we got to find something new. Yes, sir. We're going crazy right now. We are actually going crazy. We need to figure out how to make this arcane anvil, which means that we can either do haunting. I actually don't think that's a bad idea. So let me go ahead and make a fan from create. Oh, this guy needs a shaft. Okay. How many ink sacs do I even have? I have 3 glowing ink sacs, so I need 15 more. Do we got squids here? These guys tank 1 full hit. Really? They still blind me even though I'm not there when I kill them. Really? Okay. There we go. The fan. That should turn it. I see some particle effect going on. That should turn it into glow ink sacs. It's getting pushed off to the edge. That's not good. I have no blocks. Oh, it turned into glowing sacs. Boom. Okay, that's dope. Okay, arcane anvil. What do we need for that? Just 2 moon crystals and 1 abyssal amethyst. Boom, dude. Holy. That is nice. Okay, ink. We can make 2 more legendary ink. We have 1 more legendary ink here. I just need... You might be wondering, what do you mean make 2 more legendary ink? You can upgrade your inks, which is something that I also only just recently learned. So what you do is you throw 4 epic ink in here. What? Oh, you do it like this. Okay, got it. And then an amethyst. Ooh. Ooh. That is pretty fancy. Now, what spells am I thinking of upgrading? Despair was already level 10. So that is pretty good. I definitely want to upgrade. Can I upgrade it even further? No. Despair is even level 11. Okay, so my Despair is max. I could upgrade my Ray of Frost. I could also upgrade my Hasten. I think that is a good idea. That gives us 60% Hasten with a 1.1 minute duration. Oh, you can only upgrade it once. Oh, you can only upgrade spells once. Really? Wait, actually, Cone of Cold is level 9. Why do I not have a legendary Cone of Cold? Let me go ahead and create a Cone of Cold that is also a level 11, which because it's level 10, legendary. Take that Cone of Cold out. That is quite a big difference in damage. Right now we're using all legendary spells. No, Oak Skin is not legendary. Ray of Frost is not legend. Tsunami is not legendary. Wow. I guess I am not really using Holy? Sunbeam. I'm not really using that. Since this Annihilation is supposed to be insane. I mean, 103 AoE damage. Irradiated effect and a 35 range. That's pretty good. I kind of want to go test this out real quick. All right, what do we got going on right now? So we can upgrade our spells. I think we should focus on unlocking the quests for, what is the Skeleton King? I think the Dead King. Because that guy is going to give us an incredible amount of legendary ink. Legendary ink, upgrade, tablets, materials for iron spells. This guy is where the money's at for our build, right? So we got to go back to the Abyssal Chasm. We got to kill a Hullbreaker. Oh, there were glow squids here all along. Oh my god. Shoo. I'm just waiting for... I'm just chilling around in the water for my angel wings to run out, because right now it's detecting that I'm in Elytra flight for some reason. And after that runs out, I'm pretty sure we can swim around very fast. Hold on a minute. Oh my god, yeah, I do see him on the map. Wait, he has a green health bar. He's passive? He does appear to be passive. Do we just nuke him? Oh my god, dude, this thing looks menacing. How much health does it have? Wait, hold on. If it's passive, 200. Oh, look at this guy. Sunken Knight. Whoa. Blue rarity. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, that scared me. All right, we're going in. Whoa! Oh! I already got it. Really? That was a lot easier than I expected. Huh. Really? Hullbreaker Steel. Whoa. Whoa. I wonder if I already have a coral lance or something like that. I just saw something really interesting. Because we can make... Oh, you need so many of these. Oh my god. Wait, who drops these coral bardises? Who drops that? Coral... I got a coral spear, not a bardis. Aye. What quest completion do we get? So we get a random orb. Obtain immortal embryo. He always drops one, but I did not get one. Ah. That means we gotta go back. Okay. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to figure out though. And that's this stuff. Because we can modify our weapons in that tool station. And apparently it's pretty good, I've heard. So I want to check something out, right? When we take our sword here and we replace the blade by... Oh, you can even do a longsword blade. Oh, damage is going to go way up. Let's do longsword blade. That is way more damage. Ah, but the problem is that the animation is a little bit broken. Let us try that again, because I don't really like it when the animation is broken. Whoa! Rapier Blade has armor pierce, DPS is higher. That's kind of interesting. Oh, good animations. Oh, that's pretty cool. We also have Palladium. Kind of want to see what Palladium does, right? Let's try that again. So a cross pommel with Palladium gives us damage, DPS higher, more durability, and more armor defense. Oh, really? Okay, we have a rapier that looks like a sword. Sorry, a rapier that looks like a wand, but I can deal heavy damage. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. This is pretty cool. This is actually pretty cool. We're gonna try casting an Annihilate on one of those hull breakers. I want to see if it actually deals 100 damage, because that'd be pretty strong. Do I see one of those on the map? I know there was another one sort of in this general direction, right? Hull breaker. I am looking for a hull breaker. Ah, hello. Hello, little fishy. Ooh, I am taking some damage. Oh, it's damage I'm probably taking from this thing over here. Wait, where did Hullbreaker go? Did I just lose this dude somewhere? What do you mean? Beam him to death. Boom! Where's his drops, though? They flow... Ah! Nice! We got the embryo. Sweet. Let's go ahead and see what the quest line is asking us for next. Now we're supposed to fight the Rot Chamber, which is going to be the Ferrous Rotnot. That is going to be an interesting battle. Yeah, mostly because this guy is pretty strong from what I remember, which means we might have to get a shield. We might have to get a couple of backup shields. 208 blocks. I got one right underneath my home camp, bro. The Rot Chamber. Where is this thing gonna be? I gotta... Wait, how did the Wadjet end up... Oh my god. How did the Wadjet end up here? That destroyed my... Okay. He's invisible. What? Dude, this guy's trouble. Oh, what? He cast the spell. What do you mean? I hastened him? Why did I hasten him? What's the point of that? I do 5 damage. I dealt 5 damage to him. Okay, different idea. Can I hit him with spells? Is that a thing? There you go. Okay, spells do way more damage. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro? Sorry? What? Did I just annihilate him? Oh, he's invincible. Yo, chill. Better? My god, my spells are not doing anything. Okay, okay, buddy. Wait, my hasten ran out, didn't it? Oh, no, dude. I just don't have any food. Oh my god. I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. This boss is horrible. Let me grab an Epic Ink. Because if I remember right, there is also a spell in the lightning category that can help us out, which I believe is called Charged. Charge. Speed, attack damage, spell power. That's it. Bingo. This is going to be it. I can also hollow his arena out a little bit more. That could work. I still have a hammer. I can do that, actually. Why would I not? Yeah. Enclosed arena my ass, bro. I'm gonna make an arena that's suitable for me where I can run away from your ass. So I can cast my spells and be a mage, yeah. Oh my god, what? Use like a special ability. Here we go. That did some damage. Yeah, this gotta be in my top 10 dumbest boss fights. Also, he now has speed and haste infinite, which is a little bit scary. Oh my god, because of the speed and haste, I can't get to him. It's so inconsistent. Oh my god. Oh, what? We're too deep. We're too deep. He just one-shot me, dude. What in the world? You saw that, right? Can we call the VAR on this? Like, honestly, I think the VAR should decide if that was legit. Oh, hold on. Yes! 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 Oh my god, you don't know how happy I am for that. Oh, die. I don't want to fight you again. Never. Never. Screw you. He drops a vine rune? Bro, I got that stuff the legit way. That has to be top 10 most frustrating boss fights in this pack. Return to the prison quarters. Use the vine rune on the runic vine plant. Insufferable crypt, and kill conjunctivitis. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Ooh, conjunctivitis is gonna be... It's gonna be a tough ask. I honestly just want to progress this storyline. I've never fought the concierge, so I'm not sure what that guy's gonna do. All right, conjunctivitis. We are gonna go for it. Do I need to use anything to summon him? I don't think so, right? Vine. Here we go. Do we take away after I get this healing circle? It is a level 10 healing circle. 10-second duration. That is good. That is pretty good. We're not going to be using Tide against conjunctivitis. That's going to be a pretty useless spell. We are going to use Enchanted Golden Apple. We are going to use Golden Apple. I am running low on flasks. Can we craft these somehow? I would imagine them to be quite expensive, right? It's just loot. It's just loot. Okay. Prison quarters, baby. Woo. I might be heading for my death right now as we speak. Here we go. This is it, man. This is it. Nuke his ass! That was definitely something. Wait, I killed him? No, there's no way. No, you're joking. You're joking. I one-shot him. Oh my god, I one-shot him. Right. Okay, so we one-shot conjunctivitis. Didn't even check how much health he had. I'm trying to remember if I'm taking the right steps, right? Because I remember there's a tower we gotta find. We scale the tower with the vine, and then we eventually get to the concierge. Okay. Do we just, Oh, we gotta go up. Yeah. If I fall here, do I die? Wait, hold on. Bro. Skip all this parkour stuff, dude. I can just fly. What do you mean? Why would I be doing all that weird stuff, bro? Why would I be doing all that? Was that overkill? I don't know. It seems justified to me, honestly. Now we're gonna fight the concierge. Okay. Oak skin is 46 seconds. Yeah, okay. This order. Boom. I don't think the pack is supposed to be played like this. But man, is it fun? Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go back home. I gotta make a clip of that and send it to everybody. That's way too funny. Oh my god. My stomach hurts from laughing. I feel really powerful with this spell. It's really bad. Let's recapitulate for a moment what happened there. This spell is off the rockers. This spell is insane. It's a nuke and it actually one-shots bosses. It is unbelievable. So, over to the quest line. We have completed a bunch of quests here. We killed the concierge. We got the ring, which gives a chance to stun the attacker. Ah, banished immortal. Right, the ring and the immortal embryo. Gotcha. And then we defeat the dead king. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. We get some attributes. Let's go ahead and set a new structure, which is gonna be this one. 910 blocks. Wow, that is surprisingly close. This dungeon is pretty deep underground. Ooh, I also see an amethyst vein on the minimap, which could be quite interesting. Bingo. We have arrived. Dungeon delving. Now, I don't just want to go to the boss room. I can already see where the boss room is, but I also want to get all of the other materials in here. We're gonna pop this monster box, because this is really good for getting like experience for our weapon, experience for the armor, which is gonna help us in the long run. At least it should. Ooh, that's a bunch of health flasks. We love to see those. The main loot is of course. Ooh, Soul Star. That's very nice. We need that to fight specific bosses. Pretty good. Okay, we have the Dead King right here. I stumbled on it by accident, so I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kill him. I want to save my annihilation for phase 2. That is kind of what I'm thinking, right? All right, here we go. This is it. We're completely buffed up. He's immune to ice. He's immune to ice. Oh my god. What? Okay, I got a different idea. Boom, 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 boom. He's immune to that as well. What? How is he immune? Oh my god. This is bad news. This is really bad news. Dead King is immune to magic. Should have kind of guessed it. Okay, melee is going to be my best bet. He does deal damage. He does deal damage. Give myself some temporary health. Get an oak skin off a cooldown. Let's wait for that charge to hit. Okay, I got the healing circle. We're good. We're good. We're good. Pop that healing circle. Ooh, he also deals melee damage. Some temporary health. Oh, Hasten is still on. Oh, that's his phase 2. That did nothing. That did nothing. He's immune to magic. Fully immune to magic. Got him. Got him. Clapped. 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 Woo! Nice. But the most important loot that I was after is going to be inside of this room with the sarcophagus. There is good loot in here. Very good loot in here. Apparently even a god apple. Was not expecting the god apple, to be fair. But he does have a couple of useful materials. Now, was this the only place that had loot? I'm trying to remember. No, there's also loot in here. Wow, okay. Not really that much loot, to be fair. Yeah, not that much. Not that much. But I would say all in all, pretty good run. Back to home base. We got to find Frostmaw, which is probably going to have the same issue as this guy, that they're immune to magic. Still have to confirm that, though. We did get a lot of skill points, as you can see. We did get a lot of skill points. So let's figure out what we're going to do with those, right? 9 skill points. 9 skill points. I have the Frost Tree almost maxed out. We're going to max out the Ice Breath that they can cast onto other mobs. We're going to max out Avalanche. Sub-Zero's an active skill. Okay, so we're done with Sub-Zero. What I am now interested in is getting something with melee attack speed or defense. Right-clicking on an enemy will consume a plague charge and give enemies within 3 blocks radius 5 seconds of plague. Makes you immune to the plague effect. That is good. Melee attacks have a 15% to apply the mark of Yggdrasil to your target. Non-melee attacks have a 15% chance to cause all enemies with the mark of Yggdrasil to cast a firebolt at the target. Yeah, absolutely, we're taking that. That is really good. Because that means we do the combination of melee and magic, right? I like how you can mix and match different skill trees together. That is kind of cool. Gives a lot of customizability. I like that. Okay, we need to fight a Frostmaw now. Are we prepared for that? I have no idea. We're getting pretty deep into this quest tree. So, can we easily find Frostmaw spawn? We can. 614 blocks. Dude, there's a bunch of stuff that's right in our backyard. Oh! It is a Frostmaw spawn. I would say, how do you do? I guess I'm just gonna nuke you. Bit of an unfortunate spawn for you, to be honest, buddy. Bit of an unfortunate spawn. But I mean, you were gonna go down anyway, so. Okay, what do we got? We got the Cold Eye, and we got the Ice Crystal. That didn't count as a player kill. That is pretty interesting. All right, what's up, my G? Oh, wow. Yeah, I deal a lot of damage. Not just with Annihilate, with everything. Adds a gem socket to a piece of gear. I guess we still have a lot of sockets on the Cryomancer hood. Alright, what is the next quest then? Find the Nameless Guardian Tomb. Gulling. I remember it being the Gulling. The Nameless Guardian is the Gulling. Okay, 4,000 blocks. That is alright. That is not too bad. We can go there. Whoa, what is this? What in the world is this? Is this a village of some sort? Oh yeah, it is. Holy. This place is gigantic. See, that's what a castle is supposed to look like. Or a fortress. No, it's more like a fortress than anything. Bingo. The Gulling. Okay, the entrance is right here. This is a pretty big dungeon. And a potentially scary one. Depending on how strong the mobs are. Let's check. Okay, they deal damage. They deal a bit of damage. They don't take as much damage. See how much damage my Ice Beam can do. These guys have a little bit of armor. Oh, it actually deals quite a bit of damage. Yep. We got the heavy Gulling Sentinel here. Ooh, my Cold Breath is dealing a lot of damage to this guy. Ooh, yeah, that was pretty nasty. I guess we're gonna go down to the final boss anyway, and we'll find a new place. Let's go ahead and try to annihilate this dude, right? Let's try it. He is a rather dangerous enemy. Oh my god. He is very dangerous. Ooh, I don't have a shield. Okay, this is bad news. This guy is pretty strong. What else do we got? What else do we got? We got Fire Breath. That's not going to do anything. That is way too low level. I've got an Ice Breath that might work on him. That does work on him. Okay, you can try to slow me all you want, but in the end, that's not going to matter. Oh my god, never mind. I lied. Oh, that's a stun. If I just keep jumping, I can get out. That is a pretty good strategy. Ooh, that's a big hit. Ooh, that's a big hit. A little bit scared of taking those big hits, I can't lie. Okay, good. I'm gonna cast a healing circle. Oh, he heals! He heals! He lifesteals! That's terrible. That is so terrible. Oh my god. What a crazy guy. Aha, I got an idea. I got an idea. Unless... Wait, it's downtime. Downtime. Oh, never mind. No more downtime. That was a good hit. Okay, I think my minions are actually doing something. Ooh, that's a big stun. Healing circle. Good stuff. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Wait, he has another phase? He has another phase? Are you joking? I'm gonna run out of healing items, dude. He's beaming. No, he's dead. Never mind. Yep, he goes on downtime. He didn't go on cooldown. What do you mean? Oh my god. Oh my god. Healing circle. Good stuff. Oh, I'm stun locked. I'm stun locked. What? Damage reduction. God apple. God apple. I'm god appling. Nah. I don't want to take any chances. Ooh, he snuck up on me. This guy is crazy with it. No, 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 no. Oh, healing circle. Die! Okay. Whew. Whew. That was definitely something. That was definitely something. Holy, look at my buffs. Even with all of this guy was no joke. Of course, I didn't get the quest complete. Defeat the Nameless Guardian. Got the Heart of the Guardian. I got the... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'm just gonna complete the quest this way. Hold on. And now we have the quests edited. Okay, because as you can see, I have the Guardian Heart, Guardian Core, Guardian Battle Axe. We killed him. You saw it live. So I'm just gonna go ahead and complete the quests. I don't want to go do it again. I want to move on to the next bosses, because I'm gonna be honest, if that's gonna happen for every boss, we got a long way to go. We got oh my god, we got a long way to go. Holy. Okay, that being said, focus. We need to locate a sky arena. Left click the altar of battle while holding the Guardian Core. Ooh, that summons the Immortal. We're gonna move on to a different path. The Immortal is a really strong enemy. Really strong enemy. If the Nameless Guardian can almost kill us, the Immortal will guarantee kill us. Maybe we run it up in the Twilight Forest. That doesn't sound bad. I kind of feel like going to the Twilight Forest. We have everything ready for that. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Teleport chip home. We going Twilight Forest, baby. How much money are we sitting on? We're sitting on 5k. Run it up. Ice Gem. Exalted Ice Gem. Although, am I still using a lot of ice spells? No, I'm using like a lot of holy spells. I'm using a mix of everything, essentially. All right, but I will load up the Exalted Ice. I would be very surprised if that's it. Oh my god. Enter the portal. Yeah, enter the portal is going to be the quest. Okay, so let's review. What are we going to be doing in the Twilight Forest? We're going to enter. We're going to go to the Naga, defeat the Naga. We're going to go to the Lich. We're going to kill the Lich. Minor Shroom, Orghast, Hydra. Oh, they skipped the most annoying... Wait, actually, no. The Minor Shroom is one of the most annoying ones. But they skipped the small dudes, the armors. What is this? Oh! Oh! I thought it was raining! Oh my god, my whole base is in flames. Oh yeah, of course. The leaves are shielding the rain from falling down. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's probably not gonna help, is it? I'm gonna forget about that. That's a problem for later. Okay. See you on the other side. There's some weird visual stuff going on. It's like we're hallucinating in Minecraft. That is crazy. Oh, it's because of the night vision, isn't it? I see a maze for the Naga up in the distance. I'm gonna buff up. Right? I'm gonna load up my nuke. And I'm gonna... Oh! I was gonna say I'm gonna one-shot the guy. That was apparently not true. Alright, different idea. Boom! Okay, Naga down. I gotta say, that was pretty easy. Naga trophy? Remains of Elderwood. What is that? What is that? Oh, you combine that with the Heart of the Guardian. Oh, wait, hold on. We make an item with this. With a corrupted gemstone. You make a corrupted elderwood wand. Launches and bombards enemies with fireballs. Triggers upon left clicking in the direction you want to launch the enemy. It also has 11 attack damage. We got the scales, we defeated the Naga, we get another orb, that is very nice. We get a bunch of money, which we can use later on. Find the Lich Tower. Okay, now I have an idea. I have a pretty cool idea. So with specialty items, we have the time turner, right? Which sets the time to day or night, depending on what it is. What if we do this in the Twilight Forest? Because right now it's noontime during the day. So if I do this... Oh, it did nothing. It just did nothing. Okay. Now, the Lich could become a pretty interesting fight as he has magic shields. So you need to damage him multiple times before his shields run out. He summons minions, but we can counter that with the Desert Dwellers, with the Wadjet. Trying to think if there's anything... Oh, we already found him. Do you see that name? This dude's a special. Okay. This might be a little bit more of a tricky situation here. Boom. Summon the Wadjets. Dip back down. Nuke him. My nuke is doing only that damage-wise? Really? Where is this guy? Whoa, he's right here. Holy. Oh, I targeted the Dark Touch Lich. Uh-oh. This guy's probably pretty strong, right? I would imagine so. Does fire work well on him? That is a good question. All right, Ice Beam did pretty good, I feel like. Couple of melee hits because we actually deal quite a bit of damage. Boom. I hastened these little cobbletons. That's awesome. Okay, so Scepter of Life Draining. I guess that is a sort of lifesteal scepter. We gotta find the Mino Shroom in his labyrinth, which is a little bit more of a difficult task. I always have a little bit of trouble finding these guys. Ooh, that's the Dark Forest. It's definitely not gonna be there. Ooh, I do see the red area. That's where the Urghast is. That's good to know. We are flying through these bosses. If I can just find the Mino Shroom, then we'll be able to fly through these bosses as well. Wait, maybe this is the biome. No, that's another Naga. That's not it. Wait, is this it? Dude, what? This is a Hydra. This is not... Wait, what? I thought this was the Hydra's place. Holy. I am very glad I used the compass. If we want to reach the Mino Shroom, right? Whoa, hello. Holy flashbang of light. The only other room I could imagine would be that one. And even then, I would find that to be a stretch, no? I mean, I don't really have any other option. Yo, dude, get out of my way. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. Yeah, I'm using my minimap as like a guide to check where I gotta go. And I'm pretty sure if we go this way, we gotta find a looping that goes to the right, which there is not, so I'm gonna make one. Get out of here. We go this way. We cut through here and we find it. Boom. Here we go. All right. Fortify. Electrify. Oakskin. Come on. Boom! He's not dead. Holy, I repeat, he is not dead. Oh, because he was dark touched. That's why. Okay, we got him. Whew. Wow, a full annihilation did not kill him. That is very surprising. All right, we get the Diamond Minotaur Axe. We get some meat stroganoff, which I will eat just so I have the unlock for it. Because that aids us in getting an extra heart. All right, look at this. 50 money and orb. Another 50 money. And then we got to find the Dark Tower to kill the Urghast. The way that we got to do this Urghast is by playing a minigame, right? Can I... Oh my god, I dealt a lot of damage. What? Dude, one ice ray took down like half of its health. Okay. Aerial nuclear missile inbound. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. It is a pretty cool sight, but it did nothing. That is actually doing damage. What spell do I got next? I got another one of these. Yeah, I'm way too far. Oh my god, that's scary. One of those. Did you see its mouth opening like it's gonna try to eat me? Bruh. Oh! Oh, that actually scared me. Oh my god, dude. What? Why was he there, of all places? All right, dude. Magic OP, I'm telling you. Magic is just completely broken. That is crazy. Okay, that was a pretty cool fight. That was a pretty cool fight. I like that. Next up, the Hydra Lair. Aha. Maybe we can just use the... Wait, actually, this is also a fire spell, right? The Annihilation. I think we can one-shot the Hydra. I think we can one-shot the Hydra. I'll probably end up using an Ray of Frost, Cone of Cold, Despair, and then just bomb him into oblivion. Just... something like that. That's at least the strategy that I'm going for. That is one head gone. Oh, it didn't do anything. No. Oh, that's a letdown. Good damage. Got it. Dude, I am clowning on these bosses. BattleMage ElAbro. What can I say? Ooh, Hydra Chop. Dude, that is really good food. Oh my goodness. 18 hunger and 200% saturation. 200% saturation? Place the Urgas trophy on the altar, but it shows the Hydra trophy. Okay, so I guess we first do the Hydra trophy. Back home we go. Hydra trophy? Urgas trophy? And it's the wrong order again. Because what we're trying to make... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Never mind, I spoke way too soon. Diamond? Okay. Place the Naga scale on the altar. And then probably the next one we have to do is the Lich trophy. What are we making, bro? Oh my god, what are we making with all these items? Oh! Oh, that's what we're making! I did not expect that. I'm gonna keep it straight with you, Doc. I was not expecting that. I hereby sentence you to death by 1,000 suns. It missed. It missed. She takes cold damage, which I'm pretty surprised about. That was pretty good damage. That was also all right. Wait, I got... Cooldown was refreshed. She's dead. She's dead. Oh, the spare's on cooldown. Never mind. Never mind. Ray of Frost. Good stuff. Okay, one more despair and she's dead. We kill her. Oh, I guess I slit her throat. Okay, cool. Hardened Void. Whoa. Tribo, some ice and some snowballs. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay. Get away from me, you fiends. You absolute fiend. What is that? Wait, the Aquamancers are fighting the fiends. Bro, there's too much going on. I'm going to bed. Y'all can do what you want. I'm going to bed, bro. Yo, crazy. We were going for Yggdrasil. We were going for Tyrfing. So now we have a chance to apply a mark of Yggdrasil. Non-melee attacks have a 15% chance to cause all enemies with the mark of Yggdrasil to cast Firebolt at the target. Dealing damage to an enemy has a 10% chance to give them a runic charge. In this case, 30% chance. And then we're going to be triggering haste with runic charges, which is going to stack twice if they have a runic charge. Okay, sweet. Do we have the quest for the Ice Queen completed now? And the next one would be the final castle. We are going to face the final challenge of the Twilight Forest, which is going to be the final castle. I bet this thing is floating in the sky. Oh my god. Okay, that is definitely the final castle, all right? Okay, this seems like the pathway to the final boss. Am I ready for this? It's going to be all or nothing. It's going to be all or nothing. Wait, I thought this was the... Huh? It's the Ender Golem, isn't it? Yep. Wait! Dude, it's the small dude. Oh, wait, it doesn't take any damage. Oh, never mind. It's not a small dude. Dude, only is 600 health. What do you mean? Oh, we do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage. Woo. I think I'm going to go in melee. Yep. Here we go. Ooh, what can I say, boys? What can I say? This thing ain't nothing. It's nothing. It's just nothing. Just boom, just like that. 2 augments. Why did we get 2 augments? What? Adds a new affix to a piece of gear. Okay, I'm saving this. I'm saving this. Boys, travel to the Nether is after this? What? Really? Ooh, the rewards are getting bigger. You see this? We're getting like 100 money now each quest. Corpse Warlock. I think we're gonna go for Corpse Warlock, dude. Why not? We're on a roll. You know what? You know what? One ironic thing is, the moment I try to be cool with the nuclear spell, is the moment that it doesn't work twice, or thrice even. No, okay. On the Mino Shroom, it did work. It did work. It just didn't one shot him. Bloody Altar. It's from EEAB mobs. Okay, 2,400 blocks away. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. What's up, Bozo? Boom! I really gotta stop shouting when I do that. It's just way too much fun. It's just... Sorry, it's just way too much fun. Traveling in the Nether is not as straightforward as it is in the other dimensions, is it? That is a Nether Gauntlet. I bet we'll see that guy later. He could kill us. I think we're doing pretty aight on the other bosses, but the Nether Gauntlet has a certain ability that has killed me in previous mod packs. That is the laser beam ability. That being said, if we just hit him with a nuclear spell, I mean, I think we'll be fine. Oh my god, he's already summoning stuff. Bro, what is... Oh my god. What is wrong with this guy? Alright, we're gonna do an aerial assault then. You can summon as much goons as you want, but they're not gonna do anything, bro. I can do that too, by the way. Watch that. Corruption is not present? What? Wait, what is going on? Hold on. I'm confused. I'm getting out of here. Corruption is not present. What does that mean? Color me confused. Oh. What was that? Bro just lobbed a ball of energy at me and one-shot me. Straight up one-shot me. Hey, yo. Let me ask around in the Discord about this because I'm really confused right now. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with the corruption that they're talking about, but I do have an idea. It might be equipment that needs to be corrupted. It might be that. We can't corrupt anything. Requires at least uncommon rarity, 1 affix, and 1 spell. So the only way I could really do it is if I corrupt my... No, I'm not doing this, dude. This is crazy work. To corrupt an item like that, we're skipping this boss for now. Yep, 100%. We have 2 more trees to go really deep down. We could try killing the Immortal. We could try. What are we gonna need for that? Locate a Sky Arena. Guardian Core. Place the Guardian Core on the altar. Prepare for battle. Okay. We're going at a pretty fast rate, I gotta say. We're flying pretty fast. We're only like a... What is this place, bro? Oh, this is a Sky Arena. Whoa. Okay. Left-click the Altar of Battle while holding the Guardian Core. Is it wrong of me to be a little bit nervous? Prepare for battle. I guess so. Here we go. Does he take damage at all? Ooh, that's scary. That is very scary. He does seem to take damage. That's hitting. Nice. Okay, good stuff. That hit didn't do that much damage though. Oh, woo! Wow, Z. Yeah, that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. Ooh, that's crazy. Yeah, I gotta lock in for this one, boys. Ooh! Wow. Oh my god, that was primal. That victory scream was primal, bro. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. I like that. I guess the next thing that would be on the list is the Everbright and Everdawn dimensions. Seeing as the Immortal was quite the strong opponent to fight, it might be a good idea to rendezvous back at the base and look at a different path for a second here. Woo. Wow. What I want to do now is I want to get an enchantment library. And the reason I want to get one of those is very simple, because I want to get some high level enchants and feel a little bit more secure, because I think we can get like protection 5, 6 maybe? A couple of repair works over here. Yeah, I would say not too bad. It could have been a lot worse, actually, now that I think about it. It could have been way worse. Like way worse. We're gonna do something a little interesting. I want to imbue a new spell onto my sword. Upgrade this item's rarity. Okay. What about the pickaxe? Despair. Gust. What is despair? Oh, that is despair. Oh, wow. It's such a low version. Yeah, don't use that, I guess. Void eruption. What is that? Oh. It's like a bomb. Okay, interesting. Which one did we have here? Mining too much will summon a cave dweller nearby. So we haven't really dabbled with the game modifiers yet. This will mean that monsters have 5% more health, 3% more damage, and we'll get 10% more coins. And if we mine too much, then a cave dweller will spawn nearby. Yeah, essentially. We have 2 quest trees pretty well done. I would say we go for the quest trees in the other 3 categories now. I'm not really looking to get into blue skies, because the reason is the blue skies dimension and the Everdawn dimension, they're not difficult dimensions to conquer. The problem is that all of our weapons, materials, and spells, everything deals decreased damage because you're supposed to use items from that dimension. So I think we need to get a little bit more powerful before we do that. So instead, I am thinking we rock up to the Evergrown temple. So let me go ahead and grab my structure compass and let's look up Evergrown. 4,000 blocks in that direction. Okay, we're gonna put a bonfire over there. 100% sure, because we don't have a bonfire in that direction. I believe that's it. Here we go. I am going to load up a couple of passive buffs. Let me give myself my haste. All right, here we go. Reflectors. Oh my god, that deals damage. What? Okay, that works. What now? Okay, we got to get it over into this direction. So I'm pretty sure if we set it up like that, that is fine. It needs to come from this room, which is over to here. So we can just do this. Okay, that was a pretty easy one. Oh my god, what is all this? Oh, hold on. I forgot to check out the quest book. Okay, here we go. Solve the puzzle. That's good. Place the Fist of Doom on the Kukulkan idol. Oh. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set up my bonfire because I totally forgot to do that. It's day 6-7. I heard that's a reference nowadays. So the Fist of Doom. Bingo. Gonna eat a Hydra chop real quick. So we place the Fist of Doom on this thing, then we break it. Whoa, what is that? Why is shooting laser beams and stuff? Jeez. Okay, what do we get? We got a cheese token, fragment of rebirth, and ancient gold. Defeat the Rat King. Oh, you have to do this in order to progress the quest line. Oh, so we gotta figure out what the rat quests are all about. We gotta get a trash can and a cauldron. I guess I'll add my trash can over here. That's pretty funny. What does that make? Garbage pile. Spawns rats on the block. Oh, it has gravity. Bro, what? Oh, wait until the milk turns into cheese. So we actually do need a cauldron. Hold on. We can make cheese in a cauldron. Really? Let's go ahead and get some milk. We're going to have to find a cow for that. Now, where would we find an easy cow? That's what I'm thinking, right? Bingo. Thank you for your patronage. Let's make some cheese. There we go. Oh, wow. That already turns into cheese? That's fast. All right, we got some cheese. Place a cheese block on the summoning altar. Tame the rats that spawn. So, summoning altar, and then a cheese block, right? How big is this rat? They're not that big. How do you tame these dudes? Oh, I got one. I got one rat. Whoa. They got an inventory with upgrades, a banner, wander, transport, harvest. What? Holy. Okay, for now, stay here. Yeah, there we go. All right. What the fuck? Bro, what? It's not just okay, dude. You're joking. I just tamed 2 cute rats. Nah, that's whack. That is so whack. I'm turning this gameplay modifier off. That is so whack, bro. Get out of here. Even when mining sand, you can spawn. Craft compressed garbage. I have a feeling it's just gonna be this. No, it's not. Is it really 9? Oh my god, it is. Okay, compressed garbage. Find or spawn a rat. They've eaten all my cheese, and they are tamed. Okay, good. The quests after this point are entirely optional and are mostly meant as an easy way to track your progress in the rats mod. I'm trying to see what we need, because for this quest line to progress, we need filth. Oh, that is a lot of dirt. What do we need 9 filth. Craft a ball of filth. Right click on a rat to turn it into a rat king. Defeat the rat king. Okay, so that's gonna be a hostile mob. We'll go get a bunch of dirt then. We're gonna defeat the rat king. Okay, this should be enough dirt, I think. I think this is like 13 stacks. And we check out filth, which is compressed garbage. So we go over here. We get 17 of that. There's no way. We only get 2 filth from like 1,000 dirt. Oh my god. What? I got a different idea. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna do a big brain strat, right? Emerald for an evocation spell. I got an idea. Spectral hammer. 7x7x7 area. 1.75 seconds cooldown. Right. Okay, watch this. Now we mine. Ah! See, that's what I'm talking about. Big brain. We're a battle mage, all right? Why would I not use magic for this? Okay, new idea as well. Give me some more hoppers. 2, 3. We get some wood and we set up an automated filth producing factory. That's the trash cans. Boom. 3 hoppers. And 3 chests, right? And then the way this is gonna work, if it works, is we go ahead and we grab a whole lot of dirt. This is all the dirt I have, right? And then we just go row. Oh yeah, that works. Oh my god, that works. Boom, boom. That does work. I think we do need a little bit more dirt for this to work. I think this will be enough. I think so. Let's check it out. Kind of excited to fight the Rat King. This is going to be pretty interesting. That is 43, which turns into... Oh, we need more. Resources are running low. They're running very low. We have enough. Yeah, we have enough. Oh, yeah, we were reading up on the Corpse Warlock. Inflicts various debilitating effects, including slowness, bleeding, and weakness. The Warlock is immune to damage unless a corrupted shard is nearby. Left click to cast. Standing in its presence, strip the Warlock of its buffs. If no shred is present, he gains strength and haste. Oh. Charge a corrupted shard before the fight. Use it to disable the Warlock's buffs and deal damage. Avoid getting knocked back. Wait. So you need a corrupted shard. I believe... Yeah, we had that. So wait, how does this thing work? Only corpses may charge this shard? Whoa. What is going on? Boom. We got enough. Let's go kill a Rat King. Easy. Okay, let's take down this ugly looking setup, though. That should work. Block of cheese. Boom. I got my ball of filth ready. They don't fall down. Are you serious? All right, one more time. We'll grab one more cheese block, and then we'll be done. All right, turn into a Rat King. Oh my god. What is going on here? It's just shooting rats at me, dude. Okay, what am I gonna do about this? There's so many rats, bro. Okay, that worked. Yeah, that worked. Rat King is down. That was a pretty funny boss. Oh, he also drops filth. Rat Paw, Rat King Crown, Twisted Root, Tangled Rat Tails. Okay. Oh, you use this for upgrades. Ah. Okay, I feel like we're gonna go on to this direction. Find a grave of the old champion remains. Champion graves? Yeah, it's gonna be that one. 3,600 blocks in that direction, which should be close to Yucatan, right? Wow, now it's 5,000 blocks away. Okay, so it's in a completely different direction from what I was originally imagining. We will be there in no time. Yeah, look at the speed at which we're going. We're going like 20 or maybe even like 50 blocks a second. That is crazy. Are you ready for this? I'm pretty ready. I already killed him. Wait, what? Ooh, there's still a shade somewhere. Summoned Wadjet chicken. Frenzied Shade, he's over there. I'm gonna look for you, brother. Oh, here he is. Yep, thought so. Woo! Oh my god. We got him though. Nice. So we got some lost souls. We got Draugr, a Shade Effigy, and a Lord Soul. The next thing we gotta look for is... Oh, we gotta craft a moon altar. Which means we need to gather moonstone. Okay. That should be an easy fix. We need to go to negative Y56, right? Aha! Moonstone. Let's go. Easy. I think we can even do that right outside of our base. I think we can fight this returning knight in the desert. Here we go. Iron Skull. Moonstone altar. And we gotta place the... What do we gotta place on it? The Lost Soul we gotta place on it. Got it. Alright, let's give this a shot. My little rat's gonna probably suffer in the process. Oh my god, he just immediately spawns. Holy. Okay, here we go. Lob one of those at the dude. Beam him up. Does he take any spell damage? Oh, he deals damage, though. Oh, he deals damage. Holy. Oh, yeah, he takes damage. There you go. Boom. Okay, so that seems to work. He's rather slow. And he's getting healed up. What about this? I guess that works. Yeah. That does work. I'm very surprised that my rat survived that. If anything about that fight, the most surprising thing is that this rat survived. Maybe he's just the GOAT. Maybe he's just the GOAT. What can I say? What is the next one? The Shard of Uncertainty. Oh, for which we need to kill the Cyclops first. Gotcha. Oh, and then there's a bunch of ones that we got to do here. So Cyclops is first. Oh, no. First is going to be the Plague Tome. Okay, so we need the Fragment of Rebirth. And we are going to need the Rat King Crown. Okay. So it's the Fragment of Rebirth and Rat King Crown. Which makes... Oh my god. 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 We might actually die here. We might actually die here. Oh! Oh! Yo! Oh. Bro! Nah, I'm doing this. Get out of here. He survives that. That is crazy work. Nah, this thing needs to die. This thing needs to die. You need to die, brother. Okay. Okay. That was top 5 most frightening experiences in this mod pack. Okay. I thought it was going to make an item. I thought it was going to make an item. I thought it was making the Plague Tome. Oh my god. That could have ended so bad. The run could have been over right there. Pick up the Eye of Cyclops. Did I even get an Eye of Cyclops? It is not a guaranteed drop rate. It's a 50%. So we got to find more Cyclopses in order to progress the quest line. We did pick up the Magnetic Tome. Oh, you need this in order to go down this quest line, which is like the Monarch of Chaos and stuff. We could also just go into the Magnetic Cave dimension. Use the Light Magnetic Caves portal, yeah. And for that, we need all this iron. So we're adding another portal to the portal tree. This time to a very special place, I feel like. Boom. Magnetic Caves portal. Want to keep my Spectral Hammer, but I feel like the last time I was in an Alex Caves dimension, things got a little bit hairy. So I definitely want to make some more rockets, for which I'm going to need some gunpowder if we still have some. Yeah, we do. So I definitely want a couple of firework rockets. And we're going to be taking out Spectral Hammer. Place that with our angel wings. Here we go. We're going to buff up before entering the dimension. Because the last time, dude, like, what was it? It was like the ape stuff. Like the apes with their tongues. Sounds nasty to say. But yeah, those were crazy. Boom. Okay, what is this place? There's already a bunch of weird stuff going on. Okay. So what is Magnetron? Who is Magnetron? Or what is Magnetron? Is that a Magnetron? No, that's a Teletor. I feel like it's gonna be some kind of boss mob, right? Maybe this is a Magnetron? Yeah, that's a Magnetron. Yeah. Got it. Boom. That didn't do nothing. Sweet. Okay. That was it. Oh, this dimension is not too bad. Back to base. All right. So metal swarf. We'll go ahead and we'll cook that. Magnetron deployment scroll. 3-second cast time. Oh, what does that do? Cast to deploy a Magnetron that will follow, protect, and fight for you. That is pretty cool, I guess. We'll keep that. Yeah, we'll keep that. Right now, we are looking at creating the tiers of... Oh, we need another phalanx ring, which is dropped from only the concierge. We already used this ring, right? What did we use it for? We used it to make a banished immortal. We need to kill another concierge if we want to go down this route. I mean, it's not too bad to kill another concierge. That's no problem. Oh, my corrupted shard recharged. Ah, which means, hold on. Travel Nether Warlock. Let's go clap this guy. Let's go absolutely clap this guy. Yeah. Where is he? Only corpses may charge the shard. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah. Boom. Go. Oh, I'm taking so much damage. Oh my god. That was some next level stuff, dude. That charged it. Oh, I got some confusion going on. Here we go. Boom. Yes. Kill him. Boom! Okay, nice. Woo! I'm happy we're past that. Take damage, accumulates up to 50 summon corpse. Can counteract the side effects brought on by the frenzy effect. That's not a bad necklace. Okay, sweet. That is done. Corpse Warlock defeated, which is down this path. And the next quest would be to gather all the items for the Wither. Ooh. Enslavement elixir? It has a 10% chance to drop it. Oh, you need this to go through the Abyssal Egg. Bro, 10% chance to drop this item? Are you serious? What? We didn't get that this time. No, we didn't. Upgrades geared to the next rarity level. Boom! Mythic helmet, baby. Oh, yes! We can't add any more affixes. Oh, we can. Whoa, we got nimble. What does that do? I have no idea. Upgrades random affixes. Let's go for it. Upgrade affix elastic. Upgrade affix nimble. Spiritual. All right, let's figure out after we sleep where we're going to go next. Because there's a couple of things that are really depending on each other now about these quests. It's getting intricate. The plot is thickening. We need a Cyclops Eye to continue this one. We need another concierge kill in order to progress this one. So I think the only logical way here is Sandworms or Labyrinth. I think we're going to do Sandworm first. What are you looking at? Sandworm Nest. Here we go. Oh, wow. There isn't a single one close enough. Oh my god. You're joking. Different idea then. Flint and steel. Like this. Light this bad boy. and we go to the overworld, we should be pretty far away. Right? We're inside of the magnetic caves. What? There we go. Solid. Okay, let's head to the sandworm nest. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I accidentally started a boss fight. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I am so sorry. Oh, this guy's probably crazy, isn't he? Oh, what am I doing here? Oh my god. We're doing some pretty good damage. Wait, did it just fall down the side of the mountain? Are you serious? Oh! What is going on? Holy. I think we got him. I think we got him. Yeah, we did. Dragon bone and dragon skull. That's a pretty cool... That's a pretty cool item. Do we have cosmetics? Oh, I see it. I think that's it. Wait, was that already it? No, there's no way, right? No, we still gotta find the sandworm nest. That's supposed to be this, right? Is it this? Ah, yeah, it's this. Defeat the sandworm. Oh, he spawned. Oh! Oh! That is a big sandworm. Holy! Nuke it! Nuke it! Boom! Got it. That was a big boy. Sheesh. That was a big boy. So that's the living stone, which allows us to go either Windwalker's Talisman, put it on the summoning altar to spawn the spirit caller. Okay. Are we ready for this? That is a good question. I don't know what to expect from this dude. Oh, look at this guy. Oh my god, what is it doing? What in the world? Oh! That's what you were doing. Boom! I probably angered a bunch of other enemies with that. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh yeah, I angered the Cryomancer, bro. What is he casting? Casted some weird spell on me. Got him. Slapped him. Oh, he dropped a skull. Oh, no, it's an ominous bone staff fragment. Spellbound book. Can only be used once every 60 minutes. With an empty hand, right-click the ground or hit a mob to use attacks. What is that? Defeat the spirit caller. Wait. That's the mob we just fought. No. I killed the mob though. Okay, let's change it then. Okay, that should fix the dependencies of these quests, right? Let me go back into the quest book. Let me turn off editing mode. So the way that this works is we killed the spirit caller. Next is the monastery. That's what we got to do next. Okay, let's try to look for a monastery. Oh, is this the monastery? No, it's not, right? It is. Tongubi. Sculptor. Dane, kill Tongubi or complete his challenge to get the Earth Rend. I think you guys already know what I'm gonna do, right? Tongubi, I hereby sentence you to death by 1,000 suns. That's all it took. That's all it took. I'm very sorry you had to go out that way, but that was the easiest way to do it. Boom. Get all of his loot. Geomancer robe. Chance to spawn geomancy boulders nearby when you deal or take damage. That's kind of cool. Ominous bone staff fragment. Another boss grimoire. Bloodstone artifact and an earth rend gauntlet. Down for the count. So you can make bloody dust to go for the haunted dust, to go for corrupted gemstone, which then allows you to do the nebulous flux, frozen memory. Oh, dude, there's so many quests going all kinds of directions that I don't know where to look. Okay, let's focus on what we can do. Find the Void Blossom Burrow. Okay, I guess we're doing Void Blossom next. That's going to be an interesting fight, though. Void Blossom, there we go. 700 blocks away from here. We can just go clap that guy right now. Yep, here we go. Oh, extreme weeding. You can definitely say that was extreme what I just did. We just completely clapped him in like 2 or 3 spells. Bro, what? I guess it's safe to say we're incredibly strong now. Sweet. Okay, Void Blossom down. Now, locate the Lich Prison, which we can do after we complete the Blood of Villagers, which means we need to get a Bone Dagger, which is dropped from a Sand Warrior. 4,000 blocks away. Okay, let's teleport back to the base. 4,000 blocks away. Let's figure out what direction that is from the base. So, this structure is 5,000 blocks in that direction. I didn't expect it to be this guy's dungeon. Didn't we already do this dungeon for a quest? Or am I just going crazy? That sucks so bad. Oh, I just fell down. Give myself some haste. Give myself oak skin. Boom. All right, he's going down. Did he drop the bone dagger? He didn't drop the bone dagger. Sword of the Sandstorm, Witherbone, but no bone dagger. Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. I was about to say, like, what is going on, dude? Okay, sweet. Bone dagger obtained. Now we're gonna need some glass bottles and kill villagers with the bone dagger while holding the glass bottle in the offhand. I guess we're gonna do some occult stuff right now. And now we just gotta go kill some villagers. That also reminds me, we could just go clap a concierge really quickly. Might not be a bad idea. Let's go. Boom, down he goes. Solid. All right, that should give me another one of these phalanx rings. Beautiful. All right, now we exit. All right, where are the villagers? What is going on, boys? I need a couple of ritual sacrifices. It's just a small little prick of the needle. Just a small. Wow, that is not a lot of blood. What do you mean? Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, I feel like a freak right now. This is some freaky stuff, bro. I probably need a full blood vial, though. Oh, I angered the golem. Oh, oh, he deals a lot of damage. Oh my god. How is an iron golem the strongest enemy I've faced so far? What do you mean? Huh? Did you guys see the damage on that thing? I'm out of here. Nah, that's crazy. What do you mean? Okay, what is the next quest? We gotta find the Lich Prison. And then we're gonna use Ominous Bone Fragments, Vial of Blood, and we're gonna fight a Corrupted Champion. It's a big enemy, seeing as... Wait, what? It's a big enemy, seeing as this guy drops an eye. So this is probably going to be a pretty rough fight. But I think we'll be aight. I think we will be aight. Where's this place going to be? I bet it's going to be underground, right? That's a fat serpent. Holy. And we've arrived. Here we go. Drop down. Go straight for this guy's head. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. This guy is in the air. Yeah, look at this. What? Oh. Whoa. Right. We're gonna be performing some dark magic here, dude. So. Ooh. Oh, dude, this is ominous. Oh, this is ominous. Yo! Poured a vial of blood on the altar. That's gonna be here. Does it need to be daytime? Hold on, let me buy the item that makes it into nighttime. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, dude, I'm getting shit on. Oh, this is bad, bro. All my sanity is gone. Oh my god. What is going on? Corrupt the champion. Dude, we gotta fly. We gotta fly. Holy. Oh my god, look at that thing. Alright, we're fighting it. Oh my god. It's not taking any damage. That is bad. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Did it just fall off? It just fell off. Oh my god. Where's this thing? Did it teleport back up to its island? Oh yeah, it did. What? That's pretty funny. Alright, we're back into business. I'm gonna try to go in for a little bit of melee in a second here. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, he's respawning his face too. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. That is not good. What is this thing doing? Oh! Oh! Is my death totem still here? It is, it is, it is. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh my god. Is it finally dead? It's not dead. It is not dead. This thing is tanky as, bro. I'm just gonna nuke it. That sort of worked. Is it dead? Is it finally dead? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, holy. This thing was crazy. Next one's a warden. The warden's gonna be even stronger than this thing. We are in need of a new totem of undying, please. Thank you kindly. Yo. Okay, time to store away all of these items. What's next on the list? What is next on the list? I guess this whole pathway. We could go boss rush for that. Obtain the immortal staff from the immortal shaman. It's just a side quest though. Find the labyrinth from Idis and defeat the Gorgon. We need a blindfold for that. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Alright, we're going in blindfolded. She's got to be in here somewhere, right? Is she even in here? Yeah, there's a Gorgon here. There is a Gorgon here. Bingo! Got her. Let me take my helmet back on because this blindness is killing me. So we found the Gorgon. We got the items from the Gorgon. We killed the Gorgon. Now we just got to do this. So when we place the Gorgon head on the altar, it's going to summon a Hydra. I guess that is the next thing that we got to kill, right? The Hydra is getting summoned. This thing is not taking any damage. Oh. It died in one ice cone. In one ice cone, dude. Find an ice maze. Oh, dude, we actually have already done a lot of this stuff. We already killed Captain Cornelia once. Yeah, this should be pretty easy then. Where are you, boys? Where are you, boys? Boom, bingo. We gotta kill one more. He's my prime suspect. Where is he? There we go. Okay, mock completed. Mother of the Maze. This is the one that's a little bit iffy because she only has like a 1% chance to spawn. I think. I don't think there's a way we can force spawn her, right? Okay, no problem. We'll move on to a different skill tree then, or quest tree, rather said. Yeah, we'll save this one for last. And the quest tree that I started to go towards was the one where we used the new phalanx ring we got from the second concierge kill we did, which means that we just had to use create in order to apply a gem to the phalanx ring, giving us the Tears of the Aether. With that quest out of the way, I noticed that we were missing a couple of dependencies to go towards the next quest in the same tree. So it was only a matter of time before we had to move to another quest tree. But before we did that, I was going to mess around with some modular items, since I learned that God-forged pearls are also a modular item. And what better than making a new rapier blade with God-forged pearls that would massively boost our DPS. I also wanted to get another guard and I wanted to get another pommel, and I had just the two items in mind that I wanted to use for these. Now I wanted to use the Echoes of the Ship Graveyard as my pommel because that would give me even more attack speed. And for the guard, I was going to use Steel Leaves from the Twilight Forest, giving us a whopping 60 blocking, making it so that we have a defense option as well. No need for a pesky shield, we can just use our sword to block instead. Now with that all out of the way, I did a couple of boss rushes, killing another queen bee, getting some additional antlers, which meant that we could fight another Push, the Smelly Lord, and lastly a God of Genesis. We needed to get these bosses out of the way so we could get another revival fragment so that we could fight another Cyclops to get his eye. Now before I would fight the Cyclops, I had the great idea to make an enchantment library. All that we needed for this was just a small couple of items. I got everything for the seashells from one of the Guardian temples, which had loads of prismarine. I gathered up a bunch of bamboo from a jungle, and then I could use that bamboo together with random amounts of fish in order to get a quote-unquote puffer fish. This could then be used to make prismarine bookshelves or sea shelves, which would allow me to get enough enchanting stats to get infused bookshelves. So after crafting 4 additional sea shelves, we could then go ahead and infuse those and combine them with ender chests and an enchanting table to get an enchantment library. Now for the enchantment library, we were just missing obsidian and we were also missing ender pearls. Now I first infused all of my seashells and then we would go on to raid a lich in the Twilight Forest, because I learned that you could get ender pearls from the lich in the Twilight Forest as a guaranteed drop. You will guarantee get 1 to 4. And it was 3 ender pearls that we needed. So this was the perfect boss to go and slay real quick to get those last remaining ender pearls. After clapping another lich, it was time to see whether we got lucky or unlucky. And we got lucky. We got 4 ender pearls, meaning we only had to go and get a little bit of obsidian in the nether and we would be all set. With all the materials ready, I could then make the ender chests, meaning we had access to an enchantment library. This was going to be a big step up because we could now just insert all of our enchanted books inside of this enchantment library and make ourselves some god books. I quickly carried over all of the enchanted books that I had in my storage system, and I wanted to first make an enchanted book. And I wanted to first enchant a bunch of tomes of weaponry, giving me loads and loads of weapon enchants. After that, I started putting all of the books together into one book using the enchantment library, meaning that we now had access to a god book. And oh man, just look at this beauty. Those are some good enchantments right there. Now, the only problem was that it was a little bit expensive to apply to a sword. It was 93 levels. So we had to do a little bit of grinding before we could apply this to our main weapon. Switching gears, I wanted to still get another Cyclops Eye, so I killed another one of these Rat Kings. And then using the Shard of Revival and the Rat King Crown, we could then summon the Cyclops. Now I just had to hope and pray that we would get the Cyclops Eye as a drop, and this time I was not standing in this guy's face, so there was no reason for me to be scared of dying, and instead I one-shot the Cyclops with one spell, gaining us the Cyclops Eye. Now what we had to do was we had to put these 3 items inside of our altar, and that was going to make, let me go ahead and check first. Yeah, is this one, Shard of Uncertainty. That works. Now this was supposed to make the Shard of Uncertainty, after which we'll be able to fight a new boss, I'm pretty sure. Craft the Blackstone Pedestal. Watch this. Blackstone Pedestal, Shard of Uncertainty. I believe that's what we need in order to summon the next boss. Yeah. It's gonna be the Monarch of Chaos. Ooh. Okay. Wait, did I just one-shot him? This dude has the health innate bug. Straight up health bug. Okay, he's bugged. Sweet. Computer's fixed, bugs are not. All right, give me a second. Okay. Good news, very good news. The modpack dev and author released a new update, or a couple of updates. I was behind on 2 updates. So a lot of stuff has been fixed now, and one of the things I've noticed is we got some, like, what is it called? Like a blur when we're looking? It looks very real. This is pretty cool, I gotta admit. Let's go clap this boss. Okay, let's try something different. Let's try giving myself another Shard of Uncertainty. Let's go to the Ice Arena, and let's summon the boss there. Let's see if maybe it's just because I updated and the boss was here before the update. These are the 2 things we need. Okay, let's do a little bit of troubleshooting. Okay, that summons the boss. Question is now, does he have HP? He has HP! We are good to go! He was just bugged from before the update. Alright, let's go clap this guy. Oh! Are we really this powerful? Wait, hold on. Am I just going crazy? Are we really this powerful? Alright, let's go ahead and see where that leads us. Because this was all the way down this tree, right? Which means we should now go to the Nether and find the Decaying Kingdom to slay the Decayed King. How many skill points do I have, by the way? 2 skill points. Gravity Flux, this one. Invert your gravity, allowing you to walk on the ceiling. Really, on H. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh, this is trippy. Oh, this is trippy, bro. Whoa. Wait, it's only 20 seconds, right? Hold on. So what happens when I do that? What happens when I do this? Oh my god, I am flying very high up. Holy. Invert the gravity and then use the elytra. Oh, this is big. This is big. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. Okay. Buff up, buff up. I'm gonna one-shot this dude practically. Yeah, we're essentially boss rushing now. That's definitely it. We're boss rushing. Use the Old Moon Altar holding Essence of Eventide. Old Moon Altar, Essence of Eventide. Here we go. What we got going on? How much damage does that do? I have no idea. Oh, dude, he cannot get close to me. This ice is... Watch this barrage. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I kind of want to get into the rat stuff over here, because there's a custom boss here that we got to fight, for which we need to craft a chunky cheese token. Ah, there we go. Catalyst you use at the last item. Or just not as the first item, I suppose. Ratlantis. How do we go to Ratlantis? Where's that? Oh, custom bosses here. Flying Dutch Rat. Ghostly Cryptid of Ratlantis, wielding immense power and summoning elite rat barons. 75, 50, 25, and 10% rat barons will spawn. They must be killed before the Dutch Rat can be hurt. Upon ringing the bell, you will be given 3 things. A subterranean mount, a minigun. The Flying Dutch Rat is vulnerable only if all rat barons are dead. Flying with the subterranean and using the minigun. Holy. Oh, I just made the portal right in my base. Okay, cool. I accidentally right-clicked. Not exactly my intention, but I guess we'll run with it. You ready for this, buddy? I'm not sure, though. I got the power of God and anime on my side. Ratlantis, here I come. I'm about to freak. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, Ratlantis. Ah, bingo. Oh, it's not that big. It's gonna be pretty easy, right? Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, got it. Oh my god. Oh, this is crazy. Oh. Oh, that was it. His health bar was just glitched. Okay, sweet. Oh, dude, that was easy. That was mega easy. What? Craft a Ratlian automaton core. Craft 4 marble cheese. Build a Ratlian automaton. Defeat the Ratlian automaton. Okay. This is a powerful arcane power war machine that relentlessly targets intruders. Okay. Every 30 seconds releases a guiding bolt tracking targets with deadly accuracy. What it's supposed to be is this. Boom. Boom. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's the... Oh, my God. He's loud. Oh, my God. My hawk is going crazy. Oh, my God. He killed my hawk. What? That is not every 3 seconds, my guy. Woo. Okay. Whoa, whoa. That was quite something. So we should have everything to craft the Chaos Orb and then... Oh, Night Prowler, Daystalker. Really? Boom, 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 boom. Dutch Rat? Ooh, Chaos Orb, baby. Oh, it summons both of them. Oh my god, it summoned both of them. Ooh, that is a nasty slash. That is a nasty slash. Temporary health. Bomb. And aerial strike. That is one of them down. Ooh, no chance. Just stand no chance. I don't have the soul of the Night Prowler. Place the soul of the Daystalker on an altar. I guess we can do this. And that's as far as that quest tree goes. Okay. Night Prowler? Oh, okay. Oh, that's how you can do the bosses again. Oh my god, he's not happy. Oh, that is... He's gonna get into phase 2 probably. I'm gonna pop a... Oh no, he doesn't. Whoa. Hold on a second. Oh, these are two-handed. Ah, sad. Orange, Night Prowler, Sawblade, Vial of Consciousness. Shoo. Vial of Consciousness. Highly recommended to have access to Counterspell. Right, Neo Ratlian. It has to be a... It is not. It is not a custom boss. The Ratlian automaton summons these feral rats. Really? I'm very curious to see whether this guy actually spawns one of those rats. At least that's what I'm hoping. Dude's got a machine gun going on. I'm waiting on you to spawn a couple of things for me. So far, he hasn't spawned anything. All right, let's go finish him off. Okay, I think we put the Vial of Consciousness on hold. We move on to another quest tree because I have no idea how to progress now. Seek out an ancient city, defeat the warden. Unique and powerful rules. Is immune to all damage. Break his invulnerability by using the artifact Echoing Void. Left click Echoing Void to cast a void arrow that explodes upon impact. The warden becomes vulnerable for 20 seconds. Oh wow, okay. That is pretty interesting. That is actually pretty interesting. Oh, and we have the Blue Skies dimension as well. That could be interesting. Do we dare venture into the Blue Skies dimension? I kind of want to, right? How far is he away? 1,700 blocks. That's aight. Like, you know what? That's pretty aight. Let's go. The man, the myth, the legend. All right, where are you? Is there still a dude in here somewhere, or is this guy like non-existent? Do we have a Zeal lighter? We do. All right, I think we're gonna do Everdawn first. I have all the blocks for a pretty big, rather large portal, actually. Oh yeah, that's a fat portal, dude. That is a fat portal. Look at that. Boom. I think we're pretty much ready. I think we are. And we got to find a Everdawn blinding dungeon. What we got to do in here is we got to collect some keys. Here we go. And I believe it's, yeah, in the brewing stand. Bingo. I'm pretty sure about it. Okay, 4 keys. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. Let's see how fast we can kill this guy, right? Ooh. Okay. Spells are pretty good against this guy. Got him. That was surprisingly easy. So the poison dungeon is what we got to find now. 1,600 blocks away. Throwing hands with everything. Here we go. The poison dungeon. All right, we're gonna speed run this bad boy. So what are we looking for? We're looking for like chests, I believe. These. Yes. Time for the big bad dungeon boss. That is a pretty big and bad dungeon boss. Oh my god. I do not like this guy. Woo! Oh my god, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me, dude. Ugh, I don't like spiders. Get out of here, dude. Kill it with fire. Oof. Ugh. We did get his quest completion, or its quest completion, rather said. And the next thing we unlock is the Pristine Moonstone, which is a mixing recipe with acid. Really? That is it for Everdawn. Now we need to conquer the Everbright dimension. We are just gonna dive bomb our way into this Everbright portal. I guess dive bomb really wasn't a lie, huh? Holy bro, what? How do we take that much damage? Does it accumulate? That is crazy. Wait, can we change the difficulty of this dude? No. All right, it is what it is. Oh, he's weak. He is super weak. Here we go. Got him. Next dungeon is a nature dungeon. This should be pretty easy from what I believe. I thought I knew the exact way to go. Actually, no, I still think I know the way to go. Wait, no, maybe not. Which means that I should check out this way. This way. It's not this one. Where do we go? Where do we go? What is my gut telling me? My gut's telling me I'm not in the right room. Yep, I knew it. What about through here? Through here? Yep. Bingo. All right, time for the boss fight. Oh no, you for real need an axe? Do I even have one? I don't even have one. Oh, I'm smart. We got access to the shop. We good. We good. We good. And you might be wondering, well, how are you gonna craft if you can't place blocks? Dude, no problem. Crafting table on a stick. Don't even worry about it. Oh yeah, we're good. That honestly didn't do a lot. Okay, that works. Oh yeah, he's down. Down for the count. I think the next one is go to the Nether to locate a soul blacksmith. Ooh, that is going to be an interesting one. 3,000 blocks. That is quite far. That is quite far. There it is. Soul blacksmith. Here we go. Nether gauntlet. Oh my god. That is an immediate battle. That lava is scary. Woo! All right, we're rocking. Woo! He actually dealt some damage. Pyro Spellweave Ingot? What is this? Infernal Devastator. Gyro Slash. Okay, sweet. And then we get the Lost Eye. Okay, which means we need to go back to the overworld and find a oh, it's Maloditis. Oh my god, dude, it's Maloditis. The first final boss of a quest arc. That's kind of exciting. For this guy, like a void height limit. So, we got the following issue, right? Quest states, return to the overworld. Quest states, find the Cataclysm Frosted Prison. Problem is, in an 80,000 block radius, we don't got no Frosted Prison. Which actually kind of makes me think, even if I want to fight the Warden now, do we have an Ancient City? We do. 600 blocks, Ancient City, let's go. That is the final challenge of day 100, is to fight the Warden. Consult the guidebook on the Warden. Echoing Void. That's what it's called. So, this thing shoots a charge. Cooldown 30 seconds. Void arrow. Left click to fight a void arrow that explodes on impact. That will make the Warden vulnerable. And then we barrage him with attacks, right? That's kind of the idea. What's the loot in this place looking like? Chests are hard to see though. Oh, skulk sensors. We kind of need those. We kind of need those. Because that can help us recharge our Echoing Void. Okay, this is going to be a little bit scary. Just a little bit. Does the warden just not want to spawn or something? Like, hello? Here we go. That is the big bad guy. Oh, that was rather easy. Okay, well, that is the warden killed. I'm gonna say it here, and you heard it from me first. I'm unbeatable in this pack right now. Anything that they threw at us, we cleared with ease. That is just the power of the mage, my guy. I'm telling you. I can even inverse gravity. Look at this. How sick is that? That being said, I gotta say, using magic, iron spells, TO add-ons, dude, it's been real. Like, this has been really cool. I have to admit, this was probably one of the funnest RPG packs I've ever played. The classes are cool. The skill tree is interesting. The pet system is kinda nice. And you know, we just looking mega drippy. I can't lie right now. Like, dude, my character is looking pretty fly. This Cryomancer armor is really good. And with the sun rising on the horizon, with my beautiful statue, I bid you guys farewell. It's been me, your boy ElAbro, and I will catch you in the next pack. Bye-bye.